it in, I guess, even later when we talk about Netflix picking up power, because I think sometimes we don't understand how value actually watching shows, buying merch, doing just supporting one another. It kind of go a long way, especially even supporting each other via social media, because you can't tell me that Netflix didn't just pick up power off the strength of how they seen how big Nemesis was. So I'm sure like something will click in my head. I can only imagine if I'm working in corporate at Netflix and we see how big Nemesis was. And if let's just sit here and say if they having a conversation where it's like, yo, Nemesis was cool. And obviously Courtney Kemp has a huge audience who really want to support her and like what she got going on. Okay, she went and signed that new deal with Apple. But if I can go grab some of her old stuff, something that I know that people probably still feel is better than Nemesis, and that's why they end up picking it up. So again, of course, in America, we don't have all of I think we only American Netflix will only get the original Power first, and then I believe all the rest of the world will get Raising Kanan, you'll get Force, you'll get all the other shows out of the Power universe, I think outside of just minus BMF. But just again, with that being said, is you kind of have to go above and beyond with your support. Again, not just going to the movies or just not watching TV shows, but actually getting on social media talking about that. Because I mean, again, maybe I could be wrong, and maybe Netflix was already in conversations with Lionsgate to try to sit here and purchase the rights for. I can't even believe Starz even allowed that to happen to me. That to me is kind of crazy. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they didn't give them everything off the rip. Because that was like, that to me will be like, I mean, of course, Starz is going to keep putting out new 50 Cent shows so you can kind of keep people, but just getting rid of like allowing Netflix to grab that whole back catalog to me is crazy. Now, of course, I mean,
but you still get credit for it, right?
What you mean?
Because like it's on Tubi, and I mean, like Power movies watching on what's the name? Like it's still gonna be on all them other apps too.
I don't think so. I think only Netflix. I can't imagine Netflix allowing it to be on everything else. I think Starz will still have it, but everybody, I don't think everybody else gonna still have it.
No, I'm saying like how they did. It's just not just on Starz. Like when they got like the little when you go.
Yeah, so it won't be on there no more. So I think I want to say it was on. What was it? I think it may have been like on Amazon Prime or Hulu. One of them.
I mean, it's on the whenever you do like with the what's that? The Samsung. Pull your mic up a little bit. When you got the Samsung whatever, they got like a 50 Cent channel. So I feel like I said, I'm just leasing it for y'all. That's more money for Starz.
I mean, I get it. I hear what you're saying. To me personally, I couldn't imagine sitting here saying like that's your bread and butter. I mean, let's be honest. Again,
it's like they still got their album catalog, right? You leasing it out to somebody to another company just to get more eyes, more money on it.
I mean, I guess you might got a point. Maybe. I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here just giving it to you for free.
No, of course you're not giving it to me for free, so but I know for a fact how much eyes
so I'm pretty sure
that kind of still brings. So I mean, you're right. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. You're absolutely right. If you sit here and you get it if you leasing it from Lionsgate, and then or if that's who own the whole entire joint or Starz, I don't know how the business work or who own what, but giving it to Netflix, again, you're absolutely right. It'll bring more eyes to your product, and then maybe eventually they'll sit here and get it back, because HBO did it with Insecure. So I mean, you're right. Some people just they may feel like it's better for our product in the long haul, in the long run, if we sit here and lease it to Netflix, because some people may just be like, all they got is Netflix and they not getting somebody else. I've seen people even write on my comments. They was like, well, yeah, I never seen Starz. I mean, I never seen Power before because I never got Starz. So now I can watch it on Netflix. So again, I mean, I'm sure it will open up eyes to a whole different audience, but just with all that being said, tying that together to just supporting one another or what you actually like. Again, watching the shows and then still talking about the shows via social media, so those companies can sit here and say, okay, these numbers ain't just fake. People are actually on social media watching them shows. And I kind of would realistically, I do want to sit here and say one thing I do kind of hate about people who just like watch shows. If you know for a fact that the majority of the world is not going to watch Power soon as that junk drop on Thursday at 12 a.m. and becomes Friday morning, like, come on, dog. Don't get on there with the spoilers, especially like I felt like I shouldn't have to sit here and be like, I understand if you're talking about Saturday night and if you want to sit here and start doing spoilers, and that's cool. But to me, just like common courtesy to the regular working class person, where it's like at least giving it till Saturday, dog, before you sit here come on the internet with your spoilers. Like I was like, I had to damn near like every time I see somebody say something about Raising Kanan, I had to literally scroll right past it. I'm like, dog, y'all just be geeking. Like, you don't have no common courtesy for the regular working class person who don't got time to sit here, or even not even just don't got time, because I do got time, but I'm watching sports. I watch the WNBA, so I'm not about to rush something that I could watch on Saturday night when it ain't no games on that I want to watch. And y'all sitting here already up down the timeline posting the rest in peace Uncle Marvin pictures and all that. Like, that to me is just corny. Like, bro, just give people at least until Saturday night. Like, Jesus
but man,
Christ.
They probably feel the same with like what's the difference between you watching the sports? Like if somebody, oh damn, I can't believe LeBron hit that shot. Were they supposed to not talk about it?
But no, because it's a different, because that's something in real time.
That came on in real time too. It came on at 7 o'clock. They watched it.
I guess that to me just corny.
I mean, so some people, like I said, some people had that set time. Like, all right, it comes on at. I'm gonna be there.
As soon as that joke come on at. Listen to what I'm saying. I seen people literally
like if
by Friday morning, people was already on the timeline talking about rest in peace to Uncle Marvin.
If Family Matters and all that, when it comes on that day, you watch it. It's not like, well, I'm gonna wait till Sunday to watch it. I'm watching it that day, TGI Friday.
No, I get what you're saying. I would understand it more and probably respect it more. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about.
But if that's the case, if you had to watch it on TV instead of watching it on streaming, like
yeah, for sure, I would get it. I would understand it. I would respect it.
That's how a lot of people do watch it. Some people watch it on Stars that day. So you can't, like I said, you can't be mad. I'm not paying for on demand or I'm not renting it. You know what I'm saying? Like some people watch it when it's live.
I mean, I guess I didn't know people actually still did that. I felt like
a lot of people still watch it live.
All right, well then I guess respect. If you watch it in live in real time, then I guess. But I hate that.
Because that's like, damn, don't watch it. Wait for me to watch it.
No, that is what it sounds like. I get what you're saying, but I agree. Back in the day when everybody used to watch it at the same time, like when Power used to first come out, didn't it used to come out on Sunday or something like that? Or did it used to?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember.
Before it was a streaming, when it was just literally just a TV. I mean, when it was just a TV channel. I want to say it was either Fridays or I can't remember what day it used to come on. Something like that. I can respect it then. Where okay, yeah, I think it used to come on like Saturday night. So I kind of understood it then. It was on TV in real time. I get it. I understand it. I respect it. But I felt like when it's streaming, give people the common courtesy, at least like a day to watch the jump. Like that to me be like, God damn, y'all be on the timeline off the rip. Just want to come up with your little AI rest in peace, Uncle Marvin flies. So again, like I said, I do want to go into some of these clips on some of these Marvel people because I don't want to sit here just because I'm not into it. I don't want to act like it's not a huge story on social media right now.
It's not Marvel Comics' responsibility to give us the representation that you want. I said this before. It's not DC Comics' responsibility to give you the representation that you desire. This isn't a video about anger. This is a reality check. I'm going to continue to watch Marvel movies, DC movies, and read their media, but I already understood a long time ago that I can't get everything that I desire from companies that were not built on everything that I like. I got tired of people saying to me, if you want Black characters, to go make your own. So I decided to go make my own. If you want things done, you have to do it yourself. That's not just a saying, that's a fact. When writers and creatives in Japan wanted to break into mainstream media in the world of fiction, they didn't ask Marvel and DC or criticize them. They started anime. They made their own projects, their own mangas, and they took it by force. I love all of these characters behind me, but I learned a long time ago to stop asking the same people who canceled the project to bring them back in some other way or capacity. It's not going to happen. Criticizing Marvel for not doing the stories that you desire does absolutely nothing. Taking action and supporting companies like us, and there are several companies like us that already has the representation that you desire, and doing your part to build us up to that level is how you get the representation that you desire. We are trying to build that type of foundation that they're receiving the criticism for. And don't get me wrong, of course we have characters like these that look like us, but we have characters that have Filipino mythology, Mayan mythology, indigenous mythology. We have characters that are Italian, Irish American. We have different types of people and represent a bunch of different groups. But the foundation that we're built on is not the foundation that Marvel was built on or the foundation that DC Comics was built on. And again, it's not their responsibility. I'm still going to enjoy their content. I enjoy all types of media, but complaining and criticizing them is not going to help the bigger picture. Support Impound Comics, support other companies like Impound Comics, and that's how the power gets put into our hands, where our type of stories do not get canceled on a regular basis like they always have. Comment what you think below, and don't forget.
And the reason why I wanted to start off with that one, because that goes back into the conversation when I'm sitting here saying where it comes to the, like, even when people talk about music, where you see people get tired of, and this kind of go into a conversation I want to sit here and say, I say this a million times on here about like the South not having a real podcast voice, and I seen Ray Daniels kind of even double down on that when it came to the back and forth between Lil Baby and Academics. Well, not Lil Baby, because Lil Baby ain't never said nothing, but Academics kind of continuously kids keep picking on Lil Baby, where there is not a huge, and not saying here saying, because Ray Daniels is somebody from the South, so he is a huge Atlanta platform, but all the younger dudes ain't going on his jump. So if you're not sitting here supporting him, helping his voice get bigger, then of course the mainstream voice is going to always be your academics, your Breakfast Club, your Joe Buttons. Even going back into last week when we talking about Ryan Clark, and you sitting here talking about complaining about ESPN, and not necessarily, we're not talking about ESPN, what you watching on the games, but you talk about how they call and talk about games. There are a million of sports podcasts and even local ones. I tell y'all that all the time. To me, if you are like, especially if you are somebody who's a home team person and you just love your local teams, cut on your local radio and support them. And most of them have their own podcast now or got their own YouTube channel. So again, you can watch and support those things. I do think a lot of times we complain so much about what corporate America won't give us. And there are people who do this at a smaller level. And again, we're talking about, especially if you're talking about podcasting and just like almost where you like getting hip to like new sports stuff or music or TV shows, that is even easier to support than what he doing. What he doing is kind of even harder and take way more of a skill to sit here and draw comics and come up and get them printed and all those other things. But I do think if people want to sit here, don't just sit here and complain and cry about what Marvel and DC not doing. And there are people who are doing it on maybe on a smaller capacity, but you got to build those people up to get them to a larger level, because all it takes is the numbers. Because the more you build people up and the more you support those smaller voices that's unique to compare to, again, if you're going to the ESPN and I just like somebody who's always talking about Lamar Jackson, then those should be the people that I give my eyes and my views to, to sit here keep trying to just beg and cry and complain to ESPN cut off Dan Orlovsky and whatever the old white dude is who used to be the coach for the Jets. If I'm instead of me crying and complaining about them, take your time and support other people who are using their voices to champion the things that you like. I do think realistically we do a horrible job.
What is that canceled?
I want to say, hold on, I'm gonna play this. Here they go.
Did they cancel Wonder Man season 2? Marvel's not even trying to hide this shit anymore. I'll tell you exactly why it got canceled. The same reason that we are not getting Mahershala Ali's Blade. The same reason that Armor Wars starring Don Cheadle is no longer happening and being reworked into an Iron Man movie. The same reason that the new Captain America Sam Wilson is being left to the side in Doomsday. The same reason that we have no idea where Monica Rambeau, one of the Marvels, is. The same reason that Moon Girl got canceled, even though it's better than a number of the other superhero shows that they have out right now. Marvel was all fine and happy to boast that they were going to do season 2 of Wonder Man when it was getting Emmy conversations, when the critics were raving about it. And now that it didn't win them any awards, they're like, oh, well, now it's not worth it. Is that all the black characters to Marvel Studios are? Is it just, oh, award bait, and then if it doesn't work out, we're going to abandon them? And people keep having these conversations, oh, people don't like these characters. They don't do well at the box office, blah, blah, blah. One, we see critically that people are watching these. We see by the numbers that people are showing up. The difference is when it's a white character that doesn't perform well, Marvel goes, oh, well, let's rework it. Whether it's in the movies or the comics. In their next film, let's try a new director with new writers. In the next comic, let's try a new team. But when it's a black character, it's, oh, people don't want it, so we're just going to drop it. And that's not the same as what happens with the white characters. I loved Marvel. My favorite character is Sam Wilson's Captain America from that studio. But I don't know why they're going to continue to smile and be like, oh, things just so happen to be that way. Mahershala Ali himself came out and said if they wanted to make the Blade movie, they would have made the Blade movie. And for an actor of that caliber to come out here and just openly be like, if they wanted to, they would. They don't want to. I think that speaks a lot about Marvel Studios. And if you're one of those people that are about to jump in my comment section that we're thinking too far into it, that this is ridiculous, that we're crying, get the hell out. Don't follow me. Don't comment on things, because these things are important, extremely important, because we're not talking about black superheroes. We're talking about superheroes who happen to be black and are being treated differently because of the color of their skin.
Again, like I said, he said,
Blade, but we got a bunch of Blades. It was supposed to be a new one.
I guess it was a new one. I guess I don't know. I think it's already been a new one without Wesley Snipes. Again, like I said, I don't know, because that's not my lane. I'm just literally seeing a lot of people on social media was complaining about, a lot of them was upset. And I get it. I understand. I want to say, didn't Marvel buy the DC thing? So I want to say, was Spider-Man counted as a Marvel jump? I know the numbers for this first week of Spider-Man was absolutely crazy. I want to sit there and say, I seen numbers was like 900 million or something ridiculous like that. So, I mean, I don't understand that business model. That's not really my lane. I wasn't a comic book kid growing up. I was more into like wrestling and just regular sports. So Marvel wasn't my thing, but I do just still want to use my voice and my platform platform to sit here and highlight things that I see because it is important to other people. And I know that realistically, that audience is kind of like, it's a very unique audience. So I don't want to say we talked about this maybe, what was that, like a week or two ago when people were sitting here defending people, black or older, not even just black, but older people going to Comic-Con and other things like that. When people saying like, oh, y'all too old to be going to this, that, and the third. So this is my last one. I got this young lady who was talking about it, and then we can go into something else.
Why the fuck do I keep turning around and I keep seeing y'all cancel black characters?
Why the f did they cancel Wonder Man Season 2? Marvel's not even trying to hide this shit anymore.
Because it's not 2020 no more. Yeah, a nigga has to die for us to get that kind of exposure on a consistent basis. Remember in 2020 when they killed George Floyd, and then they was putting black people on everything. Remember, they was trying to get forgiveness and get some of them black dollars again. And we was on credit card commercials, skincare, movies, shows, everything. We thought it was like we finally getting the recognition we need. Yeah, it's 2026. They got what they needed, and it's back to what it was. So that's my.
All right, so I mean, that was my last one on that one. Real quick, Marcus, I seen you I seen you and I seen a couple other people post. What's the show? Lioness? What's that come on?
Paramount.
Oh, I don't got that. But I mean, do you got a take on it or something that you? Because I seen you. I literally seen it was so crazy. I literally seen your notes on the junk. Did I literally seen like 5 other people talking about it right out there? Seeing your junk. So I mean, you feel like you got a take on it real quick?
No, I did the new season just came back on. What's Shorty? Damn, what's her name?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Something like that.
From the girl who played Colombiana.
On what?
The movie Colombiana.
I don't know.
The black girl.
I ain't never seen that before.
You saw it. It was in the movie. That was a black movie. Colombiana. She was a killer. She was a If I show you the picture, you know who she is.
Yeah, you probably just gotta show it to me again. So I guess for people who into that, like I said, I'm not familiar with that. I don't have Paramount. I get the last show that I was even thinking about getting on Paramount for was The Shot. I'm cool on Paramount just because anything that I would sit down and actually watch on Paramount. So what's that? Is it just strictly a Paramount streaming joint? It's not on one of their actual TV joints. That's just a straight streaming joint. Real quick, I do want to sit here and say just new music real quick, and this is how I just know that like sometimes it's just who you are. Like if people just like you, they're gonna sit here and gas you up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all know I bang with Cardi B. I was a huge Cardi B fan, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That new Cardi B song was dog shit. I'm just gonna keep it a bang. Because everybody else gonna sit here and lie to y'all. That shit was weak. I'm just gonna be absolutely honest. Like it wasn't like what was tight about it. Like it's cool. Like it ain't like I'm not sitting here saying you gotta sit here and go make a video and be slamming it like, oh, this is the worst thing I heard. But it's not, I'm not about to sit here and act like this the best thing I heard either. She could have kept it. That was song like if this was not Cardi B, niggas would not be like, oh, this song was fire. It's Cardi B, and Cardi B got a crazy fan base just like Nicki Minaj. So niggas just gonna be like, oh, this jump was good. Like let's call it a spade a spade. If you felt like that Meek Mill's jump was weak, I'm telling you, I feel like the Meek should have left Dreams and Nightmares alone. But I understand the business purpose of doing that. But that Cardi B song was absolutely weak as hell, dog. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can't even. It's nothing. I can even sit here and fake try to gas that up or hype it up. That to me would be like I feel like I wouldn't even have no real credit. I wouldn't have no real credit in my own voice if I sit here and came in here and was acting like, oh, that Cardi B song was fire. Like, bro, that shit was weak. Like, if we talking about out of all new songs that came out this week, the best new song that came out this week from any artist was Wale. And then shout outs to Wale for keeping the momentum going for yourself. Like, don't take your foot off the gas. You dropped the fire album. Everybody who listened to the album sit here and argue that this was the album of the year, and people still sit here supporting you and feel like you're not getting enough credit off the Leon Thomas Jones. So I'm proud of Wale for not allowing his moment to just die down. Keep your foot on that neck and keep just putting out music. Like I ain't mad at you at all, Wale. So again, shout outs to Wale. Again, even with the Meek Mill jump where it's like, I understand what Meek trying to do because realistically, again, I'm sure he didn't feel like I can't say he didn't reap the benefits from Dreams and Nightmares because of course he did. He didn't got to tour the whole entire world off of that song. That song, I'm sure he didn't got least allowed the NFL and everybody else to sit here, especially when the Philadelphia Eagles was winning the championship. That song will go do super crazy. It's gonna go crazy again when the 76ers make it to the championship, whatever the case may be. That's going anytime anything big happen in Philly, that song will always ring off. But I'm sure Meek probably wants to be able to make more money when he's sleeping. So you're trying to recreate that moment again. And I just think realistically, you're never gonna be able to recreate that moment again. Like that to me was just like
he don't own that shit.
No, I'm sure you don't. Yeah, think about it. You gotta think about that.
So what was the fuss with? Then why was he fussing with LeBron about the whole when they did their little campaign? with the shoe shit.
But you know, you got to think about. I mean, that's the wording, but just the actually owning the song. Hell, it ain't no way. You got to think about it. He ain't been out for that long, so I'm sure he don't own his publishing right, or his even probably don't even own his masters or nothing. So that song ain't just like you. How he gonna own it? That came off his very first album. I know for a fact ain't no way the hell he own that. He ain't been out long enough. You got to think about most of these artists when they sign them crazy deals, and you got to think about the Wale. I mean, Meek signed to like one of them deals, like where I'm sure he was desperate for a deal. He ain't had no real bread. He had like a kind of a buzz at that time, but he really didn't because. So I can imagine that deal for that album wasn't no great deal in his favor. So now you're trying to recreate something where you can sit here and say, okay, if I can run my streaming numbers back up. But again, I think for somebody like Meek, you just got to drop more music, dog. You can't just sit here and just be like trying to do a little one-off with that song. Like it's okay, but it's not. It ain't nothing that I'm about to sit here and go add to my gem playlist. Like I heard it was cool, but like even for Meek, like you ain't even rapping about nothing. Like that's the crazy thing. Like okay, if you're gonna redo the junk, like put some pain on it. Like you just literally coming back on that junk.
To me, why did you even redid it?
I'm telling you why.
Left it alone.
No, I get everybody know he should have left it alone, but we know why he didn't leave it alone because I'm trying to get some bread.
But then, why not just put out more music then?
That's what I just said. But I'm showing his mind where he didn't put out new music, and people kind of ain't really talked about it.
So then, do you really win the battle when you say you go independent? Do you really win that battle?
You only can win that battle if you really got the appetite to put in the work. Think about it. Meek put out that little 4-pack project. What was that? Last year, whatever the case may be, he had the jump or shit. Even when he had that was last year. That was I want to say that was like last 4th of July because they had a song when they called 4th of July. It was him and Friday. That shit was a minute ago because it was after they had the song on Friday album, the jump Proud of Me, and that joint got nominated for a Grammy. But even for Meek, it's like you can't get.
When him and Rick Ross did that joint, that was
like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. That shit was a minute ago. That Rick hell yeah, you talking about that shit was a minute ago.
I think I'll fault you then.
Why?
Because, like I said, you keep putting out.
Yeah, that Rick Ross and Meek Mill album came out 2023. So you talking about damn near 3 years ago.
And then
he just been putting out little. Let me see. When was this that little 4-pack Johnny put out? Hold on, let's go. Meek. EPs. Here we go. When was this? He put that out in 2025 again. Yeah, I told you. The indie pack was called Indie Pack Volume 1. He put out in 2025. 2026, we damn near halfway done 2026. You only put out 2 songs. So yeah, everybody be wanting to go independent, everybody be wanting to be independent, but you don't really want to put in the work. You can't sit here and tell me you put out a fucking EP with 4 songs on that joint. 2 of the songs was like that 4th of July joint with him and Friday was super fire. I want to say he had like one other good song on there. I want to say I can't remember. It was either Free Smoke or How Far We Came. It was one of them other joints I thought was good on that joint. But you sitting here saying like that ain't even, you talking about 2 years, you talking about what's this, 2025, 20, in 2 years you done probably put out what, 6 songs? So yeah, you're not gonna get no type of real traction off of you just putting out a single over your trying to remix your classic song. Like that shit don't even make sense. You gotta work and you ain't done. When the last time Meek done an interview? So again, like I get it. It's easy to sit here and complain, but it's like, again, even when we talk about people complaining about how people don't support them, but you're not giving people nothing to support. You're not sitting here going out your way to sit here and promote that. Like you should have promoted that EP. You ain't gonna do a Breakfast Club interview. You ain't gonna do a Joe Budden. You ain't gonna do nobody. You ain't do Gillian Wallow. You ain't done nothing. So it's just like you kind of just trying to reminisce and live off of just being Meek Mill. And that's why you took the lazy route by trying to sit here and let me go redo Dreams and Nightmares and call it Nightmares and Dreams. It's like, no, nigga, that's lazy. I can't. How do you want me to support this?
But my biggest question is even going forward, like you performed that before you performed Dream and Nightmares?
I mean, I don't necessarily know. I've never seen Meek Mill perform before, so I can't tell you.
Like, what made you?
I just told you what made him do it. He just being lazy.
Stories again. I mean, that's what
I'm with you, but you asking a nigga to do something that would not take somebody not to be lazy. Come back out with Tony Story Part 4, whatever number it would be on, that will take you not to be lazy. That would take some actual, even harder work. You would actually have to rap about something. You absolutely right. He could have came back out. What was, I think the last Tony Story might have been Tony Story 3. You absolutely right. He could have done Tony Story 4, but guess what? That would have realistically took more time. That would have took real time. You would have had to actually rap about something for real. That Dreams and Nightmares remix, you absolutely not talking about nothing on it. You just rapping about pure BS. Nobody ain't trying to hear that. Like, it don't do nothing. And that's why, again, like I said, shout out to Wale. Like, you got.
I mean, it don't hurt. Well, it don't hurt the original. I mean,
of course, it's not gonna hurt the original. Niggas just not gonna listen to it again. The same way I'm not gonna listen to that Cardi B song again. But for people who be think I be tripping and I just be saying shit, I told y'all that Cardi B album came. It's easy to pick on Lotto, and I know people love Cardi, but the same way I told y'all that Cardi B album came and went, y'all ain't never seen Cardi B come that fast out with a new song after she just dropped the whole album and came off of a tour. And you already coming with a new song? And the song mid as shit. Y'all thought I was tripping. The same way I told y'all with the baby. That song, he didn't even make it to the end of the summer. Kids ain't even back in school yet. He did not make it. I'm telling like nigga, it's some shit. I'm gonna tell y'all things that I don't know what I'm talking about, like the Marvel stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. But with this music shit, I'm telling y'all, I listen to way too much music and pay attention to how lazy niggas really be.
But see, but even when you throw the baby, like, but baby's still doing these shows. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like you're not taking no food off of his. Like I said, you still doing like he got another show in coming here.
I'm not sitting here saying he's not gonna get booked for shows, but we were sitting here talking about song of the summer type of shit.
But that's how you still get booked, by having a song, right? I don't think Meek Mill's gonna get booked for that song, right?
Meek Mill's gonna get booked until he don't want to get booked no more. Like me, let's not be stupid now. Like if you sit here, if I'm a promoter and I ask you, do you got if you sit here saying, if you sitting here trying to go off of what you about to say, if you sit here saying if I can get the baby and I can get Meek Mill's at the same price, I'm going to always go Meek Mill's 90% of the time.
But you just said we haven't seen Meek Mill's out on the scene. We haven't seen him perform on that. Like this, the last time we seen him perform was when Jay-Z brought him out doing
the Roots Picnic.
The Roots Picnic. So we haven't seen him. So like I said, for you to come out now with that is just like I said, it's bad promotion. You're not promoting yourself. Well, we can, like I said, somebody like the baby who we keep seeing him at these different festivals. You had you coming out. Like I said, it don't hurt you.
Like, no, I'm not saying it don't hurt you, but that's not making nobody whoever already has not heard the baby song. You're not going to go listen to the baby song.
But no,
again.
but that's like even like now, like even with the whole J. Cole, like that. What's the song he got on the radio now that's getting played? Like, damn, all right, now make me want to go back and go listen to that whole J. Cole album. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Everybody, I think the way you use it and market it yourself might be different. I don't, like I said, I haven't seen no what's name joints that was been empty.
What? For what?
For the baby. Like,
no, I'm not. You're missing what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here. I didn't say he was going to fall off. I didn't say I was the only person who been talking about the baby, period. I never said he was going to fall off. I sit here and talked about the mixtape with him and the other Freddie was a nigga. Freddie P from South Carolina. Ain't nobody never talked about that. I'm just telling you that one song. That's all I was talking about was that one song. I didn't say his career was over. I just said that one song that y'all swore to God was going to be the hottest song of the summer. It didn't make it to the summer. That's all I said. That's it.
He didn't made 3 versions of that song.
So well, I ain't heard the other versions. I only heard the remix, and that was it.
He had the EB, the little sped up joint for the white people. That's what I'm saying. That's why I hear that. But like I said, if you still getting booked and still doing shows, I feel like that show that song worked for you. If you still, like I said, we ain't nobody.
No, you missing what I'm saying here. Saying nobody didn't say the song wasn't gonna work. Nobody didn't say the baby was gonna stop doing shows. The conversation was song of the summer. It did not make it to the summer. I don't even know the last time somebody even talked about the remix or anything. That shit came and went because Young Miami stepped on it. Even again, like y'all thought I was tripping. Glorilla did not put out that song. Her birthday came, she didn't drop that song. Meg Thee Stallion didn't drop that song. I pay enough attention to see when niggas just be waving the white flag and be like, cool, somebody just got the song of the summer already. That's it. That's all I said about the baby shit. I'm not saying nothing else that you trying to make a point about. I'm not disagreeing with none of that other stuff. I'm just sitting here saying that one song did not make it to the end of the summertime. The same way when Meg had that song and she thought she was about to put that shit out and she seen the temperature outside. Nah, Young Miami got this shit on Smash. I'm cool. The same thing with Glorilla. She literally just put out a fire-ass photo shoot for her birthday and everything. If Glorilla didn't feel like Young Miami already got that song in a chokehold and for that space of people I'm trying to get, I promise you Glorilla would put that song out. But she's not stupid. Niggas probably just told her just sit on that song. Cool. It's no point. It's not even no point. Just go ahead and pack it up. That's all I'm sitting here saying. We talking about song or something. I ain't talking about nothing else. Again, that Cardi B song is trash. Ain't no other way I can tell you. That's all I'm sitting here saying. It's just some shit I can't sit here and come on here and lie about. Same way I told y'all that 38 special shit was bullshit last week. Some things I gotta be honest with my audience with. It's just, I gotta call a spade a spade. That Cardi B shit, I love Cardi B. That song was trash. You could keep it. And you can't tell me it wasn't trash because for her to sit here and be going back and forth with Akbar, I know it was trash. Matter of fact, and because here we go.
I promise you, this is not a response to you. You wasn't in my head when I did this record. But trust and believe, I got something for your ass. I got something for you. Just wait on it. I told you that I got something for you. You know, I like to do things on my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this record is too fun. This record is too fun for me to cater to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this record is too fly. This record is too fly and fun for me to cater for you. But I got something for your fucking 8 toes having ass. Don't worry about it. Just sit on it. Wait on it. Because I got you. Maybe on the next record. Maybe on the album. Don't worry, Pookie. You're going to know that it's just for you. It's not going to be no second guessing.
What's going on, Akbar? What happened?
Hey, Yancy, what's up, boo?
I ain't know. What's up?
Nothing, just chilling in the house.
And again, you know, and y'all can say what you want. To me, the only reason why I don't like even what Cardi, I mean, again, you want to go back and forth with Akbar, cool, because I mean, she didn't cross, if you felt like she crossed the line or whatever the case may be, the same way you feel with Bia. But to me, just the sport of music, I do feel like it's a little bit corny for Cardi B. Nicki Minaj would never go this far down the rabbit hole to just be punching that bullshit. Like, Cardi B to be punching down at Akbar is just like, come on, dog, what are we doing? Like, you too big. You literally just came off of a tour, a sold out tour, and you punching down at Akbar. Nobody don't even know an Akbar song.
But if nobody else say nothing, I think.
Come on, dog.
But who? But right. But you
ain't got to diss nobody.
But hear me out, right? But you saying, even with Nicki, like I said, Nicki, she don't respond to everybody,
right?
So that's what I'm saying. But you, like. Cardi, who else is she supposed to address?
That's what I'm saying. They don't respond to nobody and just leave it alone. Akbar, come on, dog.
But I feel like that's the timeline. You saying the algorithm, you're going to go off of what's on the algorithm, right?
I mean, I guess that to me I feel like Cardi B should be just, if you're going to shoot it, I don't even know who you should be shooting at, but it shouldn't be Akbar. That's all I'm seeing here saying. Like, if you want,
I think that's just somebody spoke up. I didn't shoot at her on the record, but you spoke up about it. And saying that I'm talking to you or I'm talking about you.
I just feel
that's what I'm saying.
That to me, just with Cardi doing that, I feel like that shit is beneath Cardi B. Like, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it ain't beneath Cardi B. Maybe Cardi B feel like I can just, if whoever say something to me, if I got time for him, I'm gonna make time for him. Again, you're absolutely right. If we just playing the algorithm game, it's gonna keep Cardi name on the algorithm. Then I guess do your thing. I guess that to me, I couldn't imagine like, but you, like to me, and this is what I'm saying. And I'm the reason why I'm saying like it's just super low hanging fruit. Think about Erica Banks kind of like had at least some type of look. She at least got one hit that people know. Meg never shot it back at Erica Banks. Like, what the fuck am I? I'm fucking Meg Thee Stallion. Why would I do this?
What was the song Erica Banks had?
She Bust It. That's
the one who did the remix. I mean, what was the old song? The remake.
I can't remember. I just know her biggest song was Bust It. I'm not about to say it and make it like I know a bunch of Erica Banks songs all the top of my head, but her biggest song was Bust It. So all I'm just sitting here saying is if Meg didn't respond to that, like, I just don't think that Cardi B should be responding to fucking Akbar. Like, that shit to me is just like some love and hip hop shit.
But that's my thing. But if I didn't know that she was actually taking shots at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the song, but I didn't know she was taking a shot at me. Why would I respond to it? We didn't know she was shooting at Meg, right? That's what you.
No, she wasn't shooting at Meg on that song, but she done literally went back and forth trying to like get Meg attention for a minute. When Meg leaving whatever the little label was, she was with the baseball nigga, and then Erica Banks was signed to that same label at one point in time. And Erica Banks was trying to shoot at Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, but I think it's a difference when it's you trying to shoot at me, or like I said, Cardi, she didn't say nothing, but you responded to what I put out.
I mean, I guess. Just me personally, if I was managing Cardi B, you wouldn't be wasting your time on no goddamn Akbar.
Crying, y'all know I'm not crying. Y'all know one thing about me, bitch. Okay, you think a little Latino woman making me cry? Girl, shut up. You on the internet talking about my mama. What was all this energy when y'all had to want to fake cancel Nicki Minaj because she said what she said in a verse by Megan mama? You don't run nothing. You keep saying somebody messing with somebody. Everybody that I went up against was with you. Stop acting like I just can't start and shit. You know damn well, this how I know you really on some bullshit right there. You might be high hoe. You ain't no bad bitch. Bad bitches don't smoke no new pokes. Get this hoe a new poke and a shot. This hoe on a shot. Look at this hoe. This hoe on a shot. You smoke shots, hoe. Going back and forth with no hoe smoke no shot. You smoke a shot. Get that whole shot in a Corona. Ain't my arguing with you, motherfucking Latino. You a fucking Latino woman. How ain't nobody, you don't put no death. I'm scared of no Latino. Fuck y'all talking about. Y'all bitches scared. I ain't scared of that hoe. Hoe ain't moving me. You don't move me. You sent niggas in to touch bitches. Cause you want to act like you just so hard, hoe. I'm telling you, boom, boom, boom. That's all you gonna hear, that blick, bitch. I put it on my mama. That's all you gonna hear, that blick. You gonna hear that? That's that.
And that's again, like, why the fuck do you want to go back and forth with somebody like that? That to me, just for Cardi B, I just feel like that's absolutely just below that just is stupid. It's not even on purpose. But I guess real quick, I do want to see here, can we get, I guess, kind of go into just a little bit of the mess going on, I guess, in the podcast world, because we kind of talked about it for like a hot second last week when it was Mandy B versus Joe Budden. So Mandy went on Carlos King's podcast. I want to say this joint is literally only on Patreon. So I guess I'm not even about to say him making, like, I think only thing I know about Carlos King, I want to say he does all the, like, the big reality shows. I think I want to say he hosted, like, he do the reunions and stuff like that. And I know he does have a lot of those women on his podcast. The one that he his regular joint on YouTube, he be having a lot of those women on his joint. But I want to say he has a Patreon exclusive that I want to say I always kind of see him, Mandy, and what's my girl name? Joel. What's the hell is this lady name? She was trying to interview for the Breakfast Club, John. I'm mad. I'm Claudia Jordan.
He has an extremely popular and successful podcast called Decisions. Mandy was talking about marriage, and Mandy made a comment that marriages are for broke people, and she gave her reasoning for that. Joe Budden and his co-host decided to talk about Mandy's comment. But then somewhere along the line, it got a little murky because Joe Budden made a comment that Mandy was unmarriageable. All of a sudden, the size of Joe Budden's dick started to be tweeted about.
He leaned into like horrible decisions, the brand that I've made, the things that I've shared about my sex life. All these things make me unmarriageable, so that he was insinuating that my take on this is simply because nobody wants to marry me. Well, I don't want to be married. So, you calling me unmarriageable is really funny, but he took a shot at my brand. He took a shot to me, I felt like, at my character. So what did I do? Get on live because I ain't got no sense. And so I started talking shit about him. And then I was like, well, that's funny because he tried to fuck. So then, hold on. So then he really went off and started body shaming me, fat shaming me, said, I knew what you looked like before you got the money and before you lost the weight. You would fuck up my Carfax, as if he's not a... He's just such a man that all of us women want to be with. Oh my fucking God. Can we not even remember that a whole woman declined his marriage proposal? So who's unmarriageable? Let's be very clear. So then he goes in because I said he tried to fuck. Now, where that stemmed from, I'm not a teenage woman. He came to my home one day to pick up a plate. I be cooking for people just like you do, Claudia. So when I cook a lot. At the time, everybody was telling him I knew how to cook. So he came all the way to the Bronx.
You guys were friends at the time? Or
yes,
was
we were friends, however you could be friends with Joe Budden.
Okay.
I don't think he genuinely has friends.
Yeah.
He doesn't treat anyone well. So there's that. But he came over and got a plate. Well, the 45-minute drive it took him to get from the Bronx to Jersey, he felt the way I didn't invite him up. He thought I was going to invite him upstairs. Well, if a nigga wants to come upstairs, it's not to watch documentaries or read a book, babe. Like, so if you wanted me to invite you upstairs, even if you just wanted your dick sucked, regardless, you felt a way that I didn't invite you upstairs. I'm a grown-ass bitch. And if a nigga feels a way for not being invited upstairs at 10 o'clock at night, what am I supposed to think?
And he has...
So I do want to play Joe Budden's response to this real quick. And one thing I can appreciate about Joe Budden, the fact that he is on the Forbes top 20 paid podcasters of 2026, and he still make time to go on Spaces to sit here and have back and forth with just random people on Twitter or defend his character, I respect that, because I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I was Joe Budden and I made $20 million in a year, I may be above even sitting here paying Mandy B any type of attention. So I respect that Joe Budden got time and he still make time for his Twitter fans and kind of still get on spaces and do things like that. Because I promise you, if I seen $20 million in 1 year, it's not no way in hell I'm having even a slight back and forth with Mandy B about getting my dick sucked or trying to fuck or anything like that.
Laughable now. I'm not on the phone, but I'm never on the phone for 45 minutes with nobody. That's never going to happen. 1, 2, you live in Parkchester. Nobody's coming to your house in Parkchester and try to beat. 3, I don't do that in girls' houses. 4, Mandy done gobbled down 5 niggas in this crew. Like, she gonna make me go spill it. Like, leave me alone. Like, do she think people don't know? Like, stop. Don't add me to that. Like, leave me out of this, man.
So did you take the ride up there? Like, did this ever happen? It almost sounds like you're insinuating that a ride never occurred to Parkchester.
I mean, you want me to be honest? I don't even think me and Mandy were speaking in 2019. Now, when the podcast was going, would she have made a plate on Thanksgiving and gave it to my driver? Maybe that happened. I don't see no trace of it in my phone. So if it happened, I sure enough wouldn't have been in the car. I would have sent my driver to get a plate.
Is the driver you're with now the driver that would have been around?
Yes, this is my same driver for the last 9 years.
Does he have any recollection of the events? I mean, you're with him right now.
I could ask him if that would be some type of confirmation.
Please, that's fire.
We need to talk to Soul. Soul's got the show.
So got the dough.
Does he have a Twitter?
No, I mean, just ask him in the car. Like, yo,
let's ask him. How many times we ever been to Parkchester in the last 8-9 years? Parkchester in the Bronx. What you say?
I don't remember going to Parkchester.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we never been to Parkchester, dog. I only ever been to Parkchester to see Amani, and that was before I had a driver. That's when I was, rapping still. And Mandy's delusional. I don't know what she's painting or what she got going on, but I'm praying for her. I don't mean I know ill will, but she's a little off.
So you're saying like the whole thing, like she's just completely.
I'm saying that I don't recall none of what she's talking about ever happening. The plate, the driver, a call, none of it. None of it.
Wow.
Show a text, show a receipt, show her anything. Play this thing out. I tried to fuck, and then what happened? Then I gave up, and we started doing a podcast together?
Yeah, that story kind of doesn't make sense, but...
You know what makes sense now? You know what makes sense now? Her delusion, because she gobbled up 5 niggas in the crew, so she just thought you was going to be number 6.
She thought you were Manny.
Yeah, I get it. So it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Listen, and that's with respect to her. That's the thing. If it did happen, she wouldn't tell nobody. My God, Doug, too. That's my man, though.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's only 6 niggas on the podcast, so I don't necessarily know who the 5 people are. Maybe it's some other people who may be off camera, but I ain't gonna.
What's the name of them beforehand? Roy Moore and all them probably.
Man, that's just fucking crazy. Like if that is the case, if I'm mad, you kind of just gotta take the L. I wouldn't even sit here and want to go to the back and forth because it's like, what's the purpose? Like again, I guess if you really don't care, because it's hard to sit here and say if Mandy gonna care or not because you kind of have built a platform for yourself off of just kind of telling people how freaky you are. So it's kind of like,
but I think that just go back to the whole engagement shit. Because like I said, Joe Budden was the only person that talked about her that whole marriages for broke people. There's been other podcasts that have been talking about it. But like I said, you chose,
of course, because he got the biggest platform. Of course, because he has the bigger platform, and they have some type of public they have some type of public relationship where people know that they know each other or they have been in each other's facility, of course, because Joe Budden started the fucking what's the show? What was the name of the show? See, the thing is with her and Bridget. So I mean, I understand why she would respond to him before I respond to like Jess Hilarious, because her and Justin already kind of had it back and forth. So realistically, Joe has a bigger voice. So I would go back and forth with her, but you can kind of even almost tie this into just even the reason why you see a lot of people sitting here upset saying, damn, there's not no black women in the top 20 podcasters. And me and a homegirl of mine was having a conversation. I'm just like, I don't think you ever going to get one, because no shade, a lot of black women like to take the low-hanging fruit interest way into podcasting. They just want to talk about the relationship shit. So okay, it's a window on that, because realistically, people only going to listen to you until they get into a relationship. If I'm in a successful relationship, not even have to be married, I'm just happy in my regular relationship. What's going to really garner me to make me want to go listen to somebody who's only thing their relationship shit is doing, or their show is just talking about sex and talking about bashing women and men? If I don't feel that way about niggas, I don't think as many people, like, again, I think it's easy to sit here and say, oh yeah, well, I'm looking at like, and that's not no shade to them. I'm looking at decision, or I'm looking at Poor Minds. They, of course, they do sold out live shows, but I mean, so do fucking, what's the other joint? What's the, Tonight's Conversation? Yeah, of course, people, man, motherfucker, we just talked about it last week. People be geeking to go on dates, and people love that little situation. So if I can go to one of these podcasts that's always talking about relationships and dating, people will go to the live shows, but is that going to make people want to listen for 3 and 4 hours? Will you be able to keep people like your Charlemagne's and like your Joe Buttons? Fuck no. Number one on that jump was Joe Rogan. This shit was like $80 million. I don't know. There's nobody can look at that list, and you can. And if you know about any of these other people on that jump, there's not and that's not no shade to black women. None of them. And I listen to a shitload of podcasts. None of them would even make sense for me to listen to that. There's not even a woman who's really into podcasting and listen to podcasts. There's not a woman you listen to more than you listen to the Breakfast Club with Joe Budden. It's not. I'm talking about people who actually like listening to podcasts. Like if you sitting here saying on a regular basis, if I work 40 hours a week, let's just say 40 hours. I didn't even talk about the motherfuckers who work 80 hours. 9 times out of 10, majority of the podcasts you're gonna listen to is niggas. And you may have a woman that you may sit here and dibble and dabble with, but you're not listening to them like you religiously listen to a man, because those conversations that men have is just a little bit more worldly than it's just like, oh, I sucked this person dick, or I didn't want to get married, or this, that. Like, who the fuck really be wanting to listen to that shit? Like, you gotta be in the mood to listen to that shit.
Or is the podcast still together?
I mean, and that part, a lot of them fucking break up.
Yeah.
So that's not like, I hate to see it, and I'm not trying to sit here and make it seem like,
but when you look at it, like I said, a lot of those are mostly like even when you say the Poor Minds and all that, they under different companies, not individual. They not by themselves. Most of them people,
yeah, they not by themselves. But then but even for a lot of them, they complain about how they can't get certain advertisement. But it's like, what the fuck do you talk about?
No, I think you can get advertised, but I think what else is marketable though?
No, you're missing what I'm saying. You can't, like, think about it. Perfect example. It's a difference between, like, even for a lot of them, you can't get no fucking, you're not gonna get a DraftKings fucking advertisement. You're not gonna get a prize pick or nothing. And you talking about that's motherfuckers who willing to just sit here, because I'm not saying the women can't get them, because shit, Angel Reese had them. Motherfucking Sue Bird got them. But they're talking about sports. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna throw a gambling ad in there. But if you're just talking about marriage and sucking dick, what the fuck? How many ads you think you really gonna get? And of course, people will sit here and say, call her daddy. But look how fast the girl from Call Her Daddy went from talking about sucking dick to sitting here interviewing fucking Michelle Obama and fucking and Kamala Harris. So that's just, that to me is just like, you can't sit here and look to be on somebody's top nothing list if you closing the door for yourself. Because I'm telling you that relationship podcast, I say this shit a million times, bro. That is the easiest gateway. Like even for people who talk about sports, music, though, you know how hard that shit is. You gotta sit here and really earn your fucking listeners' respect for them to sit here and be like, do I even give a fuck about your music opinion? How the fuck do I care about your sports opinion? That's why it's easier for, if I used to play in the NFL or the NBA, it's easier for me to sit here and start a podcast and niggas will listen to me because I actually played the sport than it is just a nigga sitting on his couch. But it's easy for any random girl who look halfway pretty to be like, oh, I suck 20 dicks. Here go a bunch of niggas liking your shit on Instagram. But how far is it really gonna go to you? If niggas really think I'm tripping, go to whatever podcast you feel like go super crazy via social media and go watch their fucking YouTube junk. It do not be the crazy numbers compared to what their fucking social media presence is, because most people, I can like it via Instagram or TikTok and make like somebody sitting here arguing, talking about how they get their butt ate, but I'm not about to sit here and go listen to that shit for an hour. So that's the only thing I can sit here and tell people. Don't sit here and be mad about that list. And if you sit here, if you're being honest about what people are putting out to the world, it kind of just wouldn't, it don't even make no sense. And even if you sit here just saying the two black men on there, I think it was I want to say the other dude. I think that when I was listening to Joe and him, I think they said dude that was like in the top 5. I want to say he was black, but he was like one of them biracial looking niggas. So if we just keeping off the two people that we know, per example, I'm keeping it Joe Rogan, Joe Budden, and fucking Charlemagne. Just watch how wide the topics that they talk about.
And they got more than just one. You know what I'm saying? They got a network.
Not even just the network. It's just the shows. Joe Budden don't got a network no more. It's just his show.
But you still that money off of the Patreon, all that.
But for sure. But I'm just saying, of course,
because that's what the Full Bliss is about.
Of course,
the money that you make, for sure. Just off of it's just your podcast. It's off the money that you made
for sure. Off the podcast.
Charlemagne got his podcast. He got the Breakfast Club, and he got the Black and the
But the Black Effect Network. That's not the reason why he made that. The reason why he made that list or got that money. He been had the Black Effect Network. That's off of his new deal he just got off of the strength of him being on Netflix and what the Breakfast Club is bringing in. I don't even think that got any shit to do with the Brilliant Idiots. To be honest, I don't necessarily know. I can't sit here and say because I didn't go read and see them doing a breakdown on
like that. But ain't that what they usually do when they do the Forbes list? Like when they do the rappers, the Forbes list is like what you that year accumulate that. Like
I'm not gonna lie to you. I should have probably I didn't know that we was gonna go that into the conversation. I probably should have just looked a little bit harder into what they were accumulating.
Yeah, I don't think it was just like off a podcast. Like you just made that off your podcast. I think it's like whatever.
Shit, but I'm 100%. Joe Rogan don't have no network. I'm 100%. And I can go. I don't know about Joe Budden. I don't know about Charlemagne. But Joe Rogan only do the Joe Rogan podcast. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, and his is always number one on everything, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so that's what besides that's what I'm saying. But everybody, I feel like it's like with the Joe Buttons and all them. Like I said, ain't too many other black people on there. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like,
but again, even if you just keep it at Joe, let's just keep it just at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan,
because like the Kelsey twins, they made off of their deal for that.
Yeah, the Amazon Prime. Yeah,
the Amazon Prime. That's what I'm saying. But I feel like with Joe and them, they have different. Like this, it ain't just that Joe Budden. I feel like they made it off.
No. Listen, I hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but it is still realistically just off of the Joe Budden show. But it's just numerous ways he makes money off of that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but that's not a network. That's just him. That's all. It's still off of that one show, but it's still off of my Patreon. It's off of my Prize Picks ad. It's off of my YouTube revenue. It's off of all of those things, but it's still based on this one show. It's just broken down into different ways that people are watching and listening to it, or the way I'm getting paid off of it. But it's still based off of this show. It's literally just this one show. I don't have no other shows. Whatever show he got, he don't got no other shows. That's it. But it's off of, hey, all of these people are subscribed to my Patreon. All of these people still watch my stuff on YouTube. And all these people still listen to me on Apple Music. And then that's on top of my Prize Pick junk. Again, not no shade to the women, but it's just like when you sit here and think about it, if you be honest, anybody who may get offended, go sit here and say, hey, what's my favorite black women-led podcast? And then ask yourself, if you really listen to podcasts, how do you listen to them women more than you listen to whatever your favorite male podcast is? 9 times out of 10, the answer gonna be no. But I guess real quick, while we sit here talking about just listing things, they have put out a list for the top 10 songs that were on MySpace because MySpace, I guess Tom came out saying he's going to try to re-release MySpace. I don't necessarily know how it's going to work, but I do want to go down the top 10 songs that were on MySpace from 04 to 09. Number 1 is Crank That Soulja Boy. Number 2 is A Milli by Lil Wayne. Number 3 is the Shock Boys, Party Like a Rockstar. Number 4 is Hurricane Chris, A-Bay. Number 5 is Throw Some D's on It by Rich Boy. Number 6 is Young Jock Is Going Down. Number 7 is T.I. You can have whatever you like. Number 8 is Featuring the Game, My Life. Number 9 is the Franchise Boys, Lean With It, Rock With It. And number 10 is Flo Rida and T-Pain, Get Low. Any of those songs surprising to you? They kind of, to me, I feel like it kind of makes sense, especially for the top. The top 5 kind of, the top 6 actually really kind of makes sense. The only one that kind of be like, I'm surprised with is number 7 and number 8, and that's the T.I. Shit, even for Franchise Boys, Lean With It, Rock With It, I'm kind of surprised it's bigger than White Tee.
Well, how did they get them numbers?
I'm sure they went off of who was adding whatever songs.
But MySpace, it was more so you made the codes and you put whatever song you, like that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, no, how would you count like what songs was being played? But definitely wasn't doing streaming then. Back then, that was off whatever code you put in or whatever. It wasn't no copyright stuff. So how would you even go off of the number?
No, but I think, but sometimes you can add them if the artist already had their songs on their jump.
Oh, like I said, for me, I was big on MySpace. All my shit was, as I said,
but
I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
that was you probably just putting whatever songs.
But everybody's doing that.
No, but I get it. But imagine if, like, let's just sit here and say for people who your favorite song may have been Crank That Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy already had the song on your jump. You didn't have to do the code yourself.
But I don't think nobody. That's what I'm saying. How did you do that? Like I said, when MySpace was MySpace, I don't think nobody. They didn't have that. It wasn't.
I can't. My brain don't go that far back, so I can't remember how to put the songs on it.
It wasn't like what was really calculating that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that some people didn't do the after. I'm sure after when these artists started to get popular on MySpace and you could just add the song that they may have had on their page. I'm sure that was one of the ways they was counting. But I mean, again, like that top 6 to me kind of makes sense. Like those songs were huge songs at that time, so I kind of understand. God damn, I kind of understand how realistically those songs would be the top 6. Like I said, again, to me, the only ones that kind of get a little bit like I can't believe that they on there a little bit. T.I., whatever you like, The Game featuring Lil Wayne, and even again for the Franchise Boys, I'm not surprised that they on there, but I would have thought it would have been for White T instead of Lean With It, Rock With It. Real quick, while we talking about music and we talking about lists, there was a list that was floating around on the internet this week. Atlanta's top 10 rappers of all times. Top 10. Number 1 is Outkast. Number 2 is T.I. Number 3 is Ludacris. Number 4 is Future. Number 5 is Gucci Mane. Number 6 is Jeezy. 7 is Young Thug. 8 is Lil Baby. 9 is the Migos. 10 is Killer Mike. I believe I sit here and seen this list before, so I apologize for people if we talked about this before, but I just want to sit here and say I don't think Ludacris should be in the top 5. I'm cool with him being on the top 10, but the top 5 to me is kind of nuts.
Wow.
Especially at number 3.
Why?
Y'all don't know more Ludacris songs than you know Future songs.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Say what? I don't.
No, I don't believe that.
Why I don't? I think I listen to way more Ludacris albums than I listen to Future. You talking about, yes.
Ludacris
Back in Ludacris when his yes.
I'm not saying that Ludacris ain't have a run, but I don't necessarily know when the last time one of y'all done listened to a Ludacris song.
When the last time somebody listened to an Outkast song, they're just saying top rappers.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Okay, but I'm sure. But no, perfect example. Just with Outkast, I'm sure more people have reached, especially if you've been to a wedding. I'm sure you've heard. What's the joint with them out and
UGK?
Not Outkast. That is Outkast on it.
Yeah, that's Big Boy on it. I mean, Andre 3000. It's not Outkast. So that takes it out.
No, hell no, don't take it out. That's still that song by itself. Yeah, the reason why I can understand them being number 1 on their jump.
How many times you done heard "Move Bitch"? You didn't heard "Move Bitch" throughout this year.
Movies on this on Bad Boys, like
you didn't heard "Move Bitch" move out the way.
I ain't heard "Move Bitch" in a long ass time.
Nah, right, but you're a Future fan. But like I said, somebody who listens to I don't. Why wouldn't he be in the top 5?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I know some Ludacris songs, but I ain't no way on God's green earth I'm about to sit here and be like, I feel like Ludacris should be above Future. I ain't even sitting here saying that he can't be above Gucci, but I don't even think Ludacris should be ahead of the fucking Migos, if I'm just being honest. Like the Migos run was way bigger than whatever the fuck Ludacris had going on.
No, I don't think it was.
What Ludacris song bigger than Bad and Bougie?
I mean, you comparing like 90, like
tell you in that era when he was buying, you had to buy those records. Yes, Ludacris was not chump. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying he chump, but we just talking about just off of songs. You're not what's a Ludacris song right now that you can hear that you will be more than if I hear Raindrops, Drop Top. I don't give a fuck where we at right now. Somebody say
Fantasy.
What's I don't even know how that go. I'm trying to. What is it?
Move Bitch was still like I said. When you hear that on a game or anything like that, that's a song for Ludacris.
I guess I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just sitting here saying, take Move. I can go get Move Bitch. We can clip this up and make it a thing. You can take Move Bitch. I'm taking Raindrops, Drop Top, and nigga, like even the whole thing with Joe Budden and them. Do I look like I got left off of Bad and Bougie? That Bad and Bougie shit was just too culturally big compared to Ludacris to any of that.
Right. So if you take this right, if you have, let's just take FedEx Field. FedEx Field is full with anybody, right? And they played that and Move. People are going to sing along to Move Bitch.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but more people going to go crazy when they hear that Raindrops, Drop Top, hanging up under the hot box. Nigga, man, Bad and Bougie is Bad and Bougie, dog. That song is ridiculously big.
It's not to say that it's not, but so is Move Bitch.
For sure, I'm not disagreeing with it, but that's why I'm sitting here saying the Migos shouldn't be number 9.
How do you say he should not be up there?
I say he could be in the top 10. I'm just sitting here saying I don't think he's top 5. I ain't sitting here saying he shouldn't be top 10 because like he can be. I would put him still ahead of Killer Mike. I would probably even still put. I'm still put him ahead of Young Thug as well. And I'm cool even if you put him ahead of Lil Baby. But I just think realistically for me, I don't think he should be ahead of I don't think he should be ahead of Future, Jeezy, the Migos.
But you think Outkast should?
Yeah.
But you have any? What's an Outkast song that you think that's?
I don't think nobody on this list got a song bigger than Bombs Over Baghdad.
Well, when the last time you heard that?
I know how big that fucking song is.
Bombs Out of Baghdad.
Man, shake it, a Polaroid picture.
But that's not Outkast. That was a solo. That's big. That's Andre 3000. That was Andre 3000. Hey y'all, was Andre 3000.
It was a group album. He never put out a solo album.
Right, but it's still. But again, but listen what you just said, and you just saying that move, bitch. Like that's what I'm saying. Those are iconic songs. That's what I'm saying.
Sure, none of those Ludacris songs as big as them out. Them
Welcome to Atlanta. Songs. Welcome to Atlanta was a thing, right? And who was on there? Ludacris was on there when that's what I'm saying. I don't see how you say when you talk about Atlanta, you have to mention Ludacris.
I didn't say don't mention him. I just said he to me shouldn't be in the top 5. That's it. That's all I say. Didn't say he shouldn't be top 10. I'm not trying to sit here and say that, but I'm just sitting here saying there are niggas from Atlanta. When you think of Atlanta, you could still realistically sit here and say, and then you got to sit here and say we talking about the last 15 years because when Ludacris had his moment, cool. But Ludacris, we ain't sitting here saying like you wouldn't be mad if you go to the club and you don't hear no Ludacris tonight. But you would look at the DJ a little crazy if you don't hear no Future. That's all I'm sitting here saying. If we went to a club in Atlanta, what's the list of niggas that you would kind of look at the DJ and be like, this nigga kind of was cheeks. He ain't play no Future. He ain't play no Jeezy. He ain't play no Migos. That's how you would feel before I say he didn't play Move Bitch tonight.
So then Outkast should be at number 1 then, right?
It depends on the age of. If we say we go to a 40 and over, we go to a 40 and over. We go to Atlanta. Right, say we go to a 40 and over club, and we in Atlanta right now. We going to a 40 and over club. What songs would you kind of look at the DJ and be like, damn, we must have picked the wrong club tonight? You would sit here like he gonna play some type of Outkast. It's Outkast, dog. Okay, cool. He don't play no Outkast. You sit here. Okay, my question would you be mad if you didn't hear no Ludacris? No, nobody would be mad if we go to the club tonight and we had a 40 and over spot and you didn't hear no Ludacris. You would not give a fuck.
But that's why I say I think they're going off of your run or your impact that you had on Atlanta.
And that's all that is. You can't.
Ludacris had that impact.
And not think about Ludacris.
With the nigga, the beard and the little sideburns, like that.
Let's say cool. So let's say if I don't agree with y'all, let's just say the other people I said was non-valid. Let's just say okay, I agree with y'all. You still think he's supposed to be ahead of Jeezy? No way on God's green earth you about to sit here and tell me that.
Because
and they got Jeezy at number 6.
But do you really tie Jeezy to Atlanta? I feel like if you be saying Atlanta rappers, I would tie Ludacris more. I would tie Ludacris more to Atlanta than I would tie Jeezy to Atlanta.
How?
Because, like I said, he was a country rapper. Like I said, that Atlanta feel like that's what I would tie to it.
Nigga, everybody on this list, when you talking about a whole genre of music that come from Atlanta is trap music, nigga, it's Jeezy. Why? How do Ludacris get ahead of Jeezy? And if you talking about albums sold and all that, when niggas went to buy CDs, Ludacris ain't sold more albums than Young Jeezy.
I don't.
That Thug Motivation 1 and 2, both of them bitches went platinum. And I want to see and say 101 and 102 went double platinum. Like, don't get it twisted. I know that because when you're thinking about Ludacris, you're thinking about big singles and all of that other silly, like Ludacris type of shit. But come on, dog. We ain't nobody on God's green earth. If you go somewhere in England, you don't hear boom, 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 boom. Come on, man. Let's stop the bullshit. Like, come on, dog. We talking about young goddamn Jeezy. When BMF moved to Atlanta, when you watching it, when we was watching BMF, everybody kept saying, damn, when they go to the A, where gonna be Jeezy at? Niggas ain't be like, oh, where Ludacris at? What the fuck are we talking about? How you gonna say you don't think about Jeezy and we niggas was watching BMF waiting for to see who was gonna play Jeezy when they went to Atlanta? That's all I'm sitting here saying. Like, I'm not sitting here saying Ludacris ain't a top 10 nigga. I'm not sitting here saying Ludacris ain't have impact on Atlanta music, but Ludacris should not be in a top 5 Atlanta when we talking about Atlanta. Like, that just to me, like, fuck no. Like, niggas wasn't even running to go get Ludacris for features and no crazy shit like that. Think about when the South really started to go crazy. What was the crazy Ludacris DJ Khaled verse?
Him and Usher had a song together.
Like, and so did Jeezy and Usher.
But you said, but like Ludacris he had a run.
He had a run.
I ain't seen him saying he didn't have a run, but you ain't seen it. Like, I feel like you put Ludacris run up to like Young Jock shit. Like, come on, man.
What was T.I. on that list?
That's disrespectful.
What was T.I. on that list? What was T.I. on that list?
T.I. was number 3. No, T.I. was number 2. My bad.
So it was Outkast, T.I.,
Ludacris, Future at 4, Gucci at 5, Jeezy at 6, Young Thug at 7, Lil Baby at 8, 9 Amigos, and 10 Killer Mike.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see how you be mad at that.
I'm just mad at the order. That Ludacris at 3 is fucking crazy to me. Like, dog. Like, and even I'm gonna tell you what it make it even more crazy. And I understand y'all not Future fans, so that's why I'm not even really trying to like make the super crazy argument for Future. But dog, Future has literally the most songs charted on the Billboard after fucking Drake. That's it. It's Drake is fucking what's the white girl named Taylor Swift in his Future.
But like I said, you can't discredit what.
Every March come up, niggas want to hear March Madness. It ain't no time I ever want to hear Ludacris unless it's a fucking Fast and the Furious show. Oh yeah, you playing a video game. If you playing GTA, cool. You want to hear Move, bitch. I don't never like, come on, dog. Like, when the fuck was the last time you like, damn, I can't wait to hear some Ludacris. If Ludacris come on your fucking, imagine you just got your playlist on shuffle and Ludacris come on the wrong time, you're going to skip that shit.
I'm not.
No,
You gotta have to be in the mood to hear some Ludacris.
I'm not.
I'm listening.
Man, Monday morning, you ain't trying to hear no fucking Ludacris. I guess if it's traffic, you want to hear Move, bitch. Y'all crazy as hell. I guess we can get into it now. I mean, we an hour in. Let's get into Raising Kanan. Raising Kanan, and I guess we can get into Uncle Marvin. Let's
go. Reek, what up, nigga? Look, I just came to say I apologize for going at you so hard about when you killed Gold. Matter of fact, I ain't apologizing. I just thought you was the worst teenage nigga on TV until we ran into this nigga Kanan. You see this shit? His nigga just killed Uncle Marvin. When he killed Lou, niggas like, yo, he killed Lou. But Uncle Marvin, nigga, I don't think I'm ever gonna get over this shit. Like, on some real shit, I really don't think I'm gonna get over this shit, bro. Like, when you kill Ghost, that shit fucked me up. But I don't know, me and Marvin got like a different connection, my nigga. Like, it's crazy. And you know what? I blame his mom because it starts at home. Like, the way she raised him and shit, you know? Like, it's crazy. Like, I mean, it started at home with you too, how your parents raised you. Y'all just was two spoiled bitch-ass niggas. Like, he more of a bitch-ass nigga than me. But you was spoiled. You talking about teach me the game goes. You ain't had to go that route, my nigga. But no, like, he worse than you. Like, y'all both bitch-ass niggas, but no. Call me though, man. This shit crazy. Reek, what up, nigga? Look, I just came to say I apologize for going at.
Real quick, you got before I gotta man, that's someone saw this clip real quick, so I gotta play this goddamn Raising Kanan. I ain't send it. Here we go. Come on,
Just gonna stay with you for a while, boy. You gonna see me in your nightmares. I'll be honest. You won't. Not at first. You're gonna get there. But it's on.
No, this nigga Kanan smoked Uncle Marvin in the church. Screw all that. Let's get right to it, dog. I cannot believe this.
You think it's real? I've seen a lot of people kind of speculating, like maybe he was dreaming, or maybe the pastor gonna come in and catch him and like save him. So he really didn't die.
Oh, and see him saying he gonna save Uncle Marvin?
Yeah, like, you know, because the pastor was just putting the bag away.
And supposed to come back,
so
right.
It was like he might make it back in time to, you know, call the ambulance and get him. Some people were saying like maybe it was a dream, right? And then the feds would be out and he'll end up getting locked up.
No, I think it's real. But I guess the only thing that kind of maybe, even outside of people spoiling it via social media, it was almost felt like, even the way the episode started off, it kind of almost like you felt like you knew it was already gonna be over. Like, even if you didn't see nobody, if you watched enough TV shows, you kind of felt like they was already letting you know, like even how it wake up and you got 50 Cent doing like the voiceovers. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think people be not giving 50 enough credit because he don't overdo the voiceovers. He do them at the right moment. Even how he started this show off and he's sitting here doing the voiceover. Marvin sitting in the bed, can't sleep, and he just even having a dialogue explaining why, like, okay, you done gave your life to the game. You're not gonna be able to sit here and sleep right in this and the third. And you kind of, if from the beginning of 50 saying that until even towards the end, and you sitting here saying Marvin having that dialogue going back and forth with Kanan inside of the church, and he's sitting here telling them, yeah, well, hurry up and get this over with, but I promise you, I'm gonna be haunting you for the rest of your life for a minute. It's gonna take you a minute to get over this. And then Kanan kind of just like, I just can't believe he did Uncle Marvin like that. Man, shout out to Jukebox though. I ain't even gonna lie to you, nigga. She went crazy. Like, the Uncle Marvin shit was foul and it was fucked up, but Jukebox went cold. I'm talking about like she went cold-blooded fucking murder style.
I was ready. I was glad. I was tired of them.
Yeah, they would, but I didn't even like, man, she damn near almost went like baby John Wick. Like, she didn't get that shit no time. As soon as that nigga fake like he wanted to go for the joke, boom, 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 nigga, you get one. Matter of fact, then what really, what to me, what made it even better was she just like, because think about it, we were sitting here saying like, damn, everybody keeps saying like, when jukebox gonna really pipe it up, because the jukebox we see right now on the show don't make sense for the jukebox we gonna see in the original Power. Now when you see this version of jukebox, okay, it really makes sense. Like, oh, she was on pure bullshit. Like, she wasn't even playing with these niggas.
Yeah, it was time for them to go.
So now it kind of, again, when you sit here saying like, when we talk about when shows end and you talking about this is the season finale, it make you be like, damn, how is shit gonna end now? Because it's like, because realistically, now Kanan, you sit here and kill Uncle Marvin for no reason because Jukebox ended up fucking killing Pops and Snap anyway. And then at the same time, they was ready to sit here and cut him off. So now they kind of make me wonder like how this gonna work, because you just sit here and just told Breeze. So is he ain't gonna feel no type of way that Jukebox just sit here and smoke them? Because you basically just told Breeze you was gonna cut him off anyway. Basically, like he was fired. Like, nigga, you got to go figure something else out on your own.
But they were still family, so right? Wasn't his uncle?
Yeah, it was his uncle and aunt.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. I don't think Rock gonna die though. I think she's gonna end up going. I think she's gonna flip.
Oh, you think she gonna tell on?
Cause she don't have no. If Marvin is really gone, she don't have no soldier. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, and again, when we even talked about like who was the best actor between Rock and Uncle Marvin, yeah, Uncle Marvin, like I ain't gonna lie to you,
He blew on me. I didn't like him like in the early seasons, but this one, like he did good.
No, that dialogue between him and Rock, like he was like, man, I just want to sit here and say this to you before, like, nah, he smoked like them scenes where he kind of just get his one off and he just kind of really get his bag, and he done did that shit to Rock 2 times this season where he did the jump outside of the car. We don't got Lou, we don't got our mom, we don't got our dad. It's just me and you, and then he redo it again with her in the house and kind of almost make her tear up, because he basically like, it's fucked up because it's like you basically choosing Kanan over everybody. Mm-hmm. And then even to flip it off, they're like, man, Kanan is like the game. Like he's the streets. Like the more you keep chasing it, and nigga, you trying to make him like love you, he gonna keep pulling away, and it's fucked up that he really just keep pulling away. Man. Like, man, shout out to Uncle Mark. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, again, that's why I sit here and say, like, when we be talking about just like shows in general, like, man, you got like, damn, the way this shit ended is fire, dog. Because it make you be like, damn, I don't want it to end. And
you don't want it to end because it's getting good.
For sure.
Yeah.
But that to me, that's kind of almost like that's the recipe for a Power show. Like, think about every season you ever watched the Power, we kind of always talk about like how it'll have these huge highs, then it'll come back down in one of the episodes or 2 episodes, maybe mid, then the very next episode will be so crazy, and by the time you get to the end of the season, you kind of be like, damn, this shit over already? Yeah. Like, that's one thing I can see and say, 50 know how to start a show. He kind of know how to throw the mid in somewhere like in the middle of the season, because you ain't going to give up on it, because you already, let's say he normally throw like episode 5 and 6 for most 50 Cent shows, kind of be like, blah, because you're in the middle of the summertime, and right before the show even saying end, we're on episode 8, so now you got 2 more episodes, like, and it got you like, damn, this shit about to be over, like how it's going to end.
It's just crazy to think, like, if that's the case, he killed everybody in his family.
Okay.
Said, well, I mean, we don't know about Rock yet, but he killed everybody. His entire family. His son, Juke, Uncle Marvin.
Damn.
Lulu.
Yeah, only person he ain't killed was his dad. Because Rock ended up killing him.
Okay. Yeah. But he killed everybody else. He killed everybody else. The main characters, he killed everybody.
Damn, that's crazy as shit.
Who did kill today? The cop?
Yeah. I thought Rock was the one who killed him.
No, I thought he killed him.
He shot him the first time.
He shot when they was in. You talking about when they was in the warehouse? I could have. Maybe I'm tripping. I could have sworn Rock killed him. No, they said in the chat. Rock killed him.
Oh, yeah. That's when I'm thinking when they tried to frame him. That was he did it the first time.
Yeah, he did it the first time, but when they was in the actual warehouse, Rock was the one. Okay. Yeah, Rock was the one who killed him in the warehouse. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to 50 Cent. That one was absolutely damn that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the best episode of the season. I just can't believe like this nigga went in the church and killed this nigga. Because when the nigga came in the church, I thought it was gonna be Breeze, but then it was Uncle Marvin. It was Kanan. I'm like,
it had to. It had to be him.
No, only reason why I thought it might have been Breeze because they just had the shootout outside of the jump. So I was kind of thinking like, all right, maybe Breeze sit here was following him. They sit here and catch him, but you sit here saying like Kanan catch a nigga in the church, like, and the pastor literally just walked out the jump.
It was good. It was a good episode.
Yeah, that shit was fire though. I did try to watch the little boxing joint. I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes.
It started slow.
Yeah, it was just like,
but it could possibly be pretty good.
It started off slow, but I felt like it still was like a lot going on, and I mean, maybe I felt like it was too much going on. I didn't kind of know like which character I'm supposed to even sit here and like for real.
I mean, I think at this point you don't really have a character like you just trying to follow who was who.
So do you feel like you understood who was who already off that first episode? Because I feel like it was just so bunched in. Because even like I get it, the light skinned boxing nigga, he gonna be the. I guess he gonna be the main character.
I was just confused with the whole. I thought the damn sister. I didn't know that was the white baby he was fucking with. The whole first scene.
So okay, so real quick, because maybe I wasn't paying attention enough, and maybe I need to go back and watch. Who's the main Nick? What's the main dude? I guess who wife he was sleeping with.
The owner, like
the promoter.
Yeah.
But did they show him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one with the fucked up the little beard.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe I just need to rewatch it again and actually like really pay attention. Because I literally just
that's who came in and interrupted the whatchamacallit with the wife. He came in with the wife with the red dress on.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I need to just watch it again. Because I was just too gone off the high off of Raising Kanan. Maybe I just didn't give it the proper watch. So maybe I just need to watch it again. I seen like the part when they sit here and stab the nigga with the
hammer.
With the hammer, like, and even for the dude, like, how the fuck he get out of jail that fast?
Because he did like 8 years? I think he was.
Oh, that's what they said. 8 years.
It was about 8 years.
Oh,
because he was in there for like 7.5 or 7 years when the guy confronted him about kind of trying to help him go against the other guy.
Okay, yeah. So I just need to watch it again.
But that's what I was kind of confused. Like, why did he have to do the time though? Because it was self-defense though.
But it wasn't self-defense probably because he was on top of him. Like he was already down. He beat him to death. It's not like when the police pulled up, they wasn't fighting each other. He was on top of him. So at that point, he was the aggressor.
Okay.
Yeah, he fucked that nigga up. he fucked him up. What's another show? I don't necessarily, not even a show, but Netflix with the documentary Jones. And this is one I ain't gonna lie to you. The jump was I haven't finished it yet, so this is not no spoilers. But what is this? What's it called? The Iowa was it the Iowa murder? Hold on, what's this? Let me see what it's called. Iowa, or was it? I think it was Iowa murder on Netflix. Hold on, let me. Yeah, it was no, Idaho, I believe that's where it happened at. It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix. The Iowa, yeah. Watch the Iowa murder on Netflix. Yeah, that's what it was. So I haven't. Oh, hold on. So is this the dude that's trying to sit here and take back his Oh, I just seen this on Instagram, and the dude trying to take back his guilty plea. Yeah, so it's on Netflix. It's called the Idaho murders, and it's literally it was 4 college students, and they was shared like an apartment jump. And again, like I said, I think I'm only on episode 2 or maybe like 3 episodes, so I don't necessarily know who did it. But now I'm looking at this dude's face who just popped up, and I literally just seen on Instagram. I want to see him say he want to get a retrial and he wants to take back his guilty plea or whatever the case may be. But again, if you watching, if you like those Netflix docs, Netflix again, I've said this a million times. I do be feeling like Netflix kind of really just get it right with their shows. But this was one of them jumps where it was kind of like so gruesome and kind of like fucked up, and it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of kept like, I'm gonna come back to the shit. I gotta watch this like in the middle of the day because it kind of like I felt bad for them because I'm like, damn, I don't fuck like a nigga just come in this joint and you kill 4 people with a knife. Like this, like, and this shit ain't no like this not some made. This happened to somebody real life. Like they on college and then they interviewing the parents, and then the parents in here like 2 girls. I want to say they was named like Maddie and I forgot the other girl name. It might have been like Maddie and Katie or some shit like that. And them 2 was like super best friends. And nigga came in. I think they was even like in the house at the party, and they was in like laid in the bed together. He did both of them. I was like, oh, this shit was. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watch a lot of jumps on Netflix, and most of them don't be as like detailed as this. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I paused this shit maybe like 3 or 4 different times. I took my time like watching them jumps. I was like, yeah, I'll come back to it. Oh, real quick, because we did talk about trash on Netflix. 72 Hours, the Kevin Hart joint on Netflix. I ain't gonna hold you like that. Oh man.
It had its funny moments.
But for sure. But I think realistically, the whole movie could have been better if they didn't try to make it a comedy. Like the concept of the movie was a good concept where it was like, okay, yeah, it's an older dude. You're trying to you selling liquor. You need to market to a younger audience. I think you could have made this same exact movie and kept it more serious. Like, what the fuck is him and he getting high and him and fucking Cat Williams having a fight? Like, come on, dog. That's all I'm saying. He's saying like you could have kept this shit. If you would have did that same exact storyline behind the movie I think, and try to take it from being a comedy and make it just like a regular, I don't even know what you would call it, but just like a regular movie and had
you make it a regular movie with with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, you could have. Because I don't think, like, because to me, Kevin Hart ain't just like some goddamn like super hilarious ass comedian type of nigga. So I think he could have still.
The only serious movie was the wheelchair joint, right?
No, for sure. But I'm not saying make it serious. I think it still could have been. When I say a comedy, like I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like, nigga, this shit was just like overly stupid. Like they was trying too hard to make it funny. Where I'm sitting here saying like it still could have been a comedy movie. Like you could have still had your funny moments, but it was just some of the shit that was just like. Again, the Cat Williams shit was just like, it was too far. Like, this nigga just get high and start acting like he was Tony Montana on a boat in front of all these people. Like, what the fuck are we doing, dog?
So, like, how him and Ice Cube is? Like, it's not all, like, it's still served, but you got the little comedy moments in there, the ride along. Like that?
It could have been like that, or it could have been like what's like All About the Benjamins with Mike Epps and Ice Cube. Like it was a serious. It's not. I don't want to say serious because All About the Benjamins is not serious, but I don't feel like All About the Benjamins was like trying to be like a comedy joint. Like even for the new new young black dude that I guess he on SNL and he on all them other jumps where it's like, nigga, he be like. He ain't like no real actor. Like he just like, I don't know, though. Okay, it's hard for me to explain like what it should have been, but to me, it was just like it was not the idea of the movie wasn't bad, but I just think trying to make it just like a super comedy, like on some scary like Marlon, like what's the Wayne brother shit? Scary movie or whatever the hell that shit is. Like trying to do one of them jokes where I felt like it was just they was trying too hard to make it funny. Where you could have kind of made it a little bit more serious and then left the comedy, some of the comedy parts in it. And I think the movie just as a whole would have been a better movie because if realistically the storyline kind of like, okay, cool, this would have been fire as just a regular movie. And you didn't have to try to oversell me on the funny shit. Because I think realistically, if I'm just being honest, where it was like. That again, that concept of the marketing nigga, you kind of like you falling off, you're not engaged with the younger people where he could have kind of like still sit here and did the whole little trip with the younger dudes and kind of really figure out what the young people like, the lingo, the way they sit here and do advertisement or do social media. I think all of that shit could have been done, but it was just like too like I cut this shit off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I probably made it like 70 or 60% of the John. I kind of like after Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams fighting on the boat, and this nigga started talking like he was Tony Montana, and then it was like, what the fuck? How y'all in a like again when you see him saying like you just did too much? Like why are they in a what the fuck where the Mexican drug dealer niggas got to come from?
The Airbnb that they was renting.
But why though? The fuck do we need that for? Now you trying to kill the nigga because he went to a closet in an Airbnb?
No, because he stole the drugs. I don't know if you saw the part where they went off on the jet skis. They had drugs inside of those jet skis and they didn't know.
But that's my point. Why the fuck do we have to do all of that? Like this nigga's just in advertisement. Now he beefing with the cartel. Like what the by accident? Like that's just my like what the fuck? Like come on, dog. Like man, come on. And you know, sometimes with Kevin Hart, I be feeling bad, be thinking like, all right, people just hating on Kevin Hart. Like you see, again, on the timeline, I see a bunch of people, oh, Kevin Hart ain't funny. And I was like, oh, this movie can't be that bad. Then I just kept seeing it coming down the timeline. And then I finally tried to watch it, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Like I can't even defend this shit. This shit is just stupid. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like now he's just beefing with the cartel. Like the funny nigga who in advertisement beefing with the cartel because he accidentally stumbled into their drugs at an Airbnb. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, dog. But real quick, I do want to go back into because last week we talked about Queen Naija. And I was telling Marcus, I sit here and said like she be having her moments where she kind of be having a little bit of insecurity. So it did pop up again. She was on her stream. She was streaming live and she was in the pool and she was talking to her chat about just I guess like her arms and stuff like that. And I told you like to me she looked good, but again when you sitting here saying like somebody who overthink how they look, you kind of have those moments where you just keep feeling like I'm just gonna keep running to like even when you talk about arms, like arms is the easiest thing to tone up in the gym. Like, bro, you could literally just work out. For you to sit here and say I'm gonna go get arm surgery because my arms is flapping, like that shit to me is just lazy and it's just like
Yeah, my arms are big, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This like is crazy. I don't know how to. It's like my arms more so look big from the side. Like right now, okay, it's cool. But if I turn my arm to the side, bro, and like the way that fat be like pressing down, I need to do something about that. Should I get arm lipo? It's like, nah, I should just work out. Huh? Get arm lipo? I would, for real. Don't play with me. But arm lipo don't do like I've gotten arm lipo before when I got my other lipo, and like you still gotta work out, y'all. Like it don't just do a little butt reduction. I can't, y'all, because I already did a butt reduction. I just really gotta lose weight for real, to be honest. My butt reduction is like, oh yeah, see my butt, I feel like I would take it down a little bit more, but like, I don't wanna get put under surgery again. I feel like if I get put under surgery, it's gonna be because I have to, you know what I mean? Like if I freaking have to do my leg surgery or my knee surgery, that's the reason to get put under surgery again. But like just to do it again and risk my life, like for my kids, I'm okay. But I really do, y'all. I do need to get my knee fixed though. I need to stop like just rather see.
And that's just my point when we was talking about her last week. The girl, this is a beautiful girl. Like just for her to even have all of those just like moments, and you sit here on live stream talking about getting like I've never even heard. I didn't even know they even did a such thing as getting arm surgery. But that to me is just one, it's an insecurity, and then two is just extremely lazy. Did you even in your brain thinking that all you got to do is sit here and saying like, and one, you're a pretty girl, and you got a fat ass, some nice boobs and all that. And nobody even fucking looking at your arms. But the fact that you sitting here feeling like, oh, my first thought pattern to sit here and fix my arms is going to be, let me just go run and get some surgery and go get the lipo on my arms. Like, what the fuck, bro? Pick up some fucking weights and go to the gym. Like all that shit you complain about, like, and you got money, you ain't got to work. I understand. Like I have compassion for people who got to work regular jobs, and you still like a single mom or a single dad, and you got to still take care of your kids. You got to do all of those things. But you are a fucking celebrity. You actually get paid to stream. You actually get paid. People listen to your music and all that other shit. You got time that you can sit here and go to the fucking gym. If you battling all of these little stupid ass things, go pick up some fucking weights and tone your goddamn arms up. It ain't like she got some crazy super flabby ass arms. Like, bro, just stop being lazy and go tone them shits up. Like that shit is crazy to me. But again, I mean, that's just women shit. But I just remember us having a conversation about her being insecure. So I did want to play that again. But I guess real quick while we're talking about bodies, shout out to Coyle Ray.
Coyle Ray been looking better and better, huh? Yo, hey, yo, and this to my mans. Yo, Justin LaBoy. At this point with Coyle Ray, just hold on for dear life, gang. I ain't even gonna lie. I remember when Coyle Ray looked like a boy. These days, she's looking badder and badder by the day. Just hold on for dear life, gang. She either gonna put you through the ringer, or nigga, she finna like dip on your. I ain't gonna lie. You know you my man. I love you, brother. But I ain't gonna lie. She looking better and better by the day. Nigga, hold on for dear life, my boy. Hold on for dear life. I gotta keep it 100, bro. Hold on for dear life, nigga. Trust me. She gonna walk in the crib one day and she gonna look at you and be like, nigga, you an Instagrammer. Nigga, I could get a billionaire. Trust, I'm telling you. Coy, you know. Coyle Ray.
The crazy thing is, y'all know I don't agree with a lot of academics things, but I'm gonna just be absolutely honest with you. Every time I see Coyle Ray on the timeline, I be waiting for her and Justin LaBoy broke up post. Like I be waiting for that because there's no way in hell like she be looking too fire. It's not like I would be disappointed in all the young niggas in the NBA and the NFL if they ain't sliding in Coyle Ray DMs right now. Maybe she just playing it smart because maybe she feel like I don't want the super popular nigga anymore because Trippie Redd did her dirty, and I guess to kind of get Trippie Redd to do you dirty is a little bit insane. So maybe she taking her time. But I be seeing Coyle Ray and I be like, there ain't no way in hell I could be up a couple M's and I would not be in fucking Coyle Ray DM shooting her shot. Especially if I played in the NBA because them niggas M's is a lot different from NFL and niggas M's. I will be applying because it's fucking.
But again, to her, but she's small though. So it might, that might not be attractive, you know. She is very small.
She fire. I don't give a fuck how small.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't think everybody. She's pretty, but everybody might not like the petite like that.
Yeah, well, shout outs to the niggas who don't like it because it definitely. I guess real quick, while we talking about, I guess still dating Brittany Griner, and I ain't gonna lie to you, niggas was on Brittany Griner top. I ain't even. And this is one thing I can sit here and say is I do be. I feel bad for like, especially for the WNBA, because it just be like, it be just certain shit that you be like, why the fuck is this a headline? Y'all don't talk about the WNBA no other time, but motherfuckers can't wait until it be some fucking messy shit. So of course, Brittany Griner is filing for divorce from her wife that she was married to for 8 years. And the first thing people went to run to was like, oh, she was holding Brittany Griner down while she was locked up in Russia. She was the main person putting pressure, and you seen the free BG shirts, and she was the one fighting and reaching out to the Biden administration and all that to get Brittany Griner out, and which all of these things is true. So I'm not mad at people for bringing that to the forefront where it's kind of like, I get it. And I want to say they just had a baby recently. I want to say they just had a kid. So I kind of like, I get it. I even Screw just recently.
No, I don't think that
she did just recently have a kid.
I don't think she had the baby. I don't think she carried it. I don't.
Shit, I want to say I think she did.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm almost. I know they just recently had a kid. I don't necessarily. I don't know the process. I'm not a woman, so I don't know how that worked. But I know they recently just had a kid. Screw that part. I'm talking about me holding you down while you was locked up in fucking Russia and niggas was and nobody really didn't give a fuck. The WNBA at that time wasn't as nowhere near as popular as it is right now today. So let's not make it seem like this shit was easy. Like to fucking like Britney. Like, yeah, of course people knew who Britney Griner was, but people did not give a fuck. Like
during the pandemic, right?
Yeah, it was. Like it might have been like not. It was like it had to be like 2021 because it was after the bubble. It was after the bubble because Britney Griner was still in the bubble when they got rid of whatever the old the old owner for the Atlanta Dream, and I want to say she was like a governor or whatever she was. Britney Griner was there for that because I watched that documentary on Amazon Prime. So Britney Griner was there for that. So when they was actually in the bubble, Britney Griner was there for that. So this had to be after the bubble. So I want to say that was the 2020 season. So maybe this happened either like 2021 or 2022. I get it. Like to me, like. Man, this woman will have to do something egregious for people to sit here and respect Britney Griner sitting here filing for a divorce on this one. Because that's one of them jumps where it's like, unless you came in the house and you seen her getting slutted out, somebody hold you down and like fight for you to get back in America, dog. Like it was over for you. Like nigga, they was trying to throw away the key.
So you think she did something, or just Britney Griner just her filed a divorce before she could?
I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't really sit here and say it because it's like Britney Griner ain't a super like public person. Like she kind of low key keep her shit kind of private, a little bit, kind of. Like I ain't saying she keep her life because obviously people wouldn't know who the woman was if she kept it, but so private. But it's still kind of like, damn, somebody hold you like you kind of. And again, I understand for some women they may not try to like make it a big deal because y'all feel like it's just two women. But think about how everybody be so upset for the woman who hold the nigga down who just went and did 20-year bid. Like Britney Griner got locked up for some bullshit, and this lady still held her down. And again, the payout wasn't what the payout is now. So let's not make it seem like, this woman was holding down some millionaire NBA player or some millionaire NFL player. Like Britney Griner was going over playing in Russia.
She might be there.
Yeah, and if Britney Griner got a million, maybe two, but Britney Griner is not like a multi-millionaire. So you can't make it seem like she wasn't holding her down off of straight love. That was love. That you ain't holding down like a multi-millionaire. Britney Griner don't got no crazy, a bunch of endorsements or nothing like that. So all Britney Griner bread is from her grinding playing basketball. And at that time, the most she was getting paid was going to Russia. I want to say she was getting paid like $1 million to go play in Russia. So I don't know how much that is after taxes and all that other shit.
Shit, no taxes. That's why they go over there.
Well, I ain't never been, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not about to make
states. You hold the states. Ain't no taxes.
Like I said, I don't know. I can't sit here and say, I'm sure it had to be some type of taxes. I'm sure you can't just go overseas and make money and don't pay no taxes when you bring it back home.
Yeah, that's why you're going overseas.
I guess.
Because whatever their government, you don't have to pay no taxes. How you going to pay state tax on something you ain't made in the States?
Again, I'm not going to argue with you because I don't know the answer to that one. But again, I just do think it's foul. If I held you down while you got took over in Russia and I was the person sitting here begging and pleading with the Biden administration.
That's why I think it was her. I think it was probably Britney must have did something and she don't want it to be. So she just went on with the process. Because why would the lady file for it?
No, Britney Griner filed first.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So Britney might have filed something. The lady wouldn't leave Britney, right? So that's what I'm saying. I would see it as Britney might have did something and got ahead of it. Like, all right, this ain't gonna work for us.
How you gonna do something and then you file for divorce? How does that work?
Because if she the breadwinner.
Get ahead of what? Because people still talking shit about you.
Yeah, what are you getting ahead of? Like, what you mean?
Even if I cheated and I divorced you, either way, I'm still a bad person because I cheated, and because I divorced you when you held me down. So what are you getting ahead of?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Why would she divorce her?
I don't know. I mean, Britney Griner ain't came out and said nothing. I ain't about to sit here and make it seem like Britney Griner been having some like hella fast season. And most people who probably really cover the WNBA 9 times out of 10 is terrified of Britney Griner. So they ain't about to even ask Britney Griner like, I can't even imagine somebody even asking her like she.
Do they even ask those type of questions in the what's name?
Hell yeah, that's why motherfuckers got mad at the beginning of the season when they try to ask AZ and Paige about.
No, I'm like Shorty. What's the name? DJ Nate? Have they even?
Oh no! I don't think nobody gonna do that. Fuck no, ain't nobody gonna do that.
Like how they do Anthony Edwards and everybody else. I'm just wondering, do they get
Ain't
the same?
But nobody. I had never seen nobody ask Anthony Edwards that.
Shit, I felt like they did at the beginning.
Hell no, man. I can't even imagine you asking Anthony Edwards that. What you gonna ask Anthony Edwards? What's up with you and all these baby moms? Fuck no.
I feel like they asked.
Nah, hell no, nigga. Fuck no. Somebody gonna jump the same way somebody jumped in when they try to ask Paige about dating AZ. The way that PR person jumped in, or just even the other day with the Indiana Fever when it was with Sophie Cunningham and whatever she said about the trans kids or some shit like that, and they had a PR person right there, literally, soon as they was about to ask the coach about that shit, nope, PR person come right in and say something. Hell no. Some of those conversations, they gonna nip that shit in the bud before the person even get to ask those questions. So again, like I said, I can't even like. Man, thoughts and prayers to the woman. I can't take Brittany Griner's out on that. But somebody to hold you down when you go through some shit like that, I'm never going to respect the person calling it quits. Like, if you wanted it to be over, let her call it quits. You can't call it quits on her, though. Like, what the fuck are we doing? But, I mean, it is what it is. Real quick, I guess if we are dating.
The thing I personally don't do at all is like women's pictures. It's my opinion that it's...
And I just want, real quick, but before I just play this clip, I'm going to play this clip, but this be the point of when I'm talking about, and again, I'm not sitting here saying just women do the relationship, low-hanging fruit topics, but just people via social media. So like if I see a clip like this, yeah, I would use it for a podcast to add and just to a topic. But me personally, this would not make me want to, as somebody who listens to podcasts more than I probably even listen to music, and I listen to a lot of music, but majority of my time I'm listening to podcasts, this wouldn't make me want to go click somebody link in the bio and sit here and be like, oh, is this, and let me go listen to this new episode if this is what you're talking about.
Disrespectful. Here's my rationale behind it. For one, I think that when you like a woman's photo, you are essentially telling her that she's pretty. In my head, if I like your photo, you're going to think that I like you. For one, I don't. For two, if I did, I shouldn't. And for three, if I did, I shouldn't be telling you anyway. All of that is just too much for me. I don't think liking a woman's photo is any different from me and my woman being outside and a woman walking by us and I turn and I look. I think that's the same thing to me. Disrespectful. It's sloppy. It's loud. It's thirsty. You telling her that she look good without you actually saying it. Even if she do look good, okay? It's not my job to tell her. It's 1,000 other niggas that's gonna tell her. And this is the most disrespectful part to me. It's what that other woman can deduce from me liking her photo. And God forbid you like more than one. Now she thinking my girl a dweeb. She like, oh, I can take her nigga. Her nigga easy. Her nigga ain't worth having. And that's the last thing I want is to make my woman look stupid or not be respected by other women. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if I was single, I wouldn't be liking women's photos because I don't think it's much of a benefit to it. I don't want the woman that I end up with in the future to ever see my name hovering around somebody's photo in a little heart box saying, look at your thirsty ass nigga over here. No, I don't want that. So fellas, even if you single, just chill out, be smooth. You don't gotta like photos. Be reserved, be more tactical than that. The one thing I personally...
Can I just say I hate niggas like this because one, this is some pandering ass, stupid ass shit. 90% of the women out here, not even just 90% of women, 90% of people got their likes cut off in the first place via social media. So nobody ain't even gonna fucking see if I like her shit or not because most people got their likes already cut off. So nobody gonna see it. And then sitting here saying it's some thirsty shit. I don't give a nigga. I have liked my way into so many houses and homes. You could suck my dick. I'm going like this. A nigga liking pictures has got me way too much pussy for me to ever sit here and co-sign and agree with some stupid shit like this.
Well, that's exactly what he's saying then. So you're just validating everything that he said.
But he sound cool. I'm validating him, but he sound like a bitch. Like, what do you mean? Oh, I don't want my girl to ever feel like I'm overly going. Yes, the fuck, I'm overly going. And 9 times out of 10, how I got my girl from liking her fucking pictures. So what the fuck? Yeah, okay, I'm cool. If you sit here and say you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be liking certain pictures. But you sit here saying, oh, my girl gonna feel some type of way because I just like this fat ass bitch with 300-some pounds picture. But I'm cool. She followed me. She support my shit. I'm gonna like her shit. Why not? My girl should feel some type of way because I just like this 300-pound bitch picture. Like, what are we talking about? Like, that to me, and that's why social media fucked up, because niggas like this nigga saying some bullshit where it's like, oh, you can't even like pictures now without your girl feeling some type of way. Man, what the fuck are we talking about?
I don't think he's saying nothing out of the ordinary. It's a lot of women might feel that way.
For sure. And this is what I'm saying. How many this nigga got? This shit
do
got
at all. It's like
15,000
on these
reposts
pictures. It's
and
my opinion that it's
5,000
extreme.
fucking comments and 100,000 likes. So if there's 100,000 women who agree with what he's saying, I don't give a fuck.
So you was in a relationship and every time you looked on social media and your girl was liking like a little workout picture of this dude chest out or the little dick pics or whatever, she just oop like. Oh,
No, listen, but guess what?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What would you say?
No, look, I'm gonna tell you why I would never see it, because I get that's what I love about the algorithm. I'm not liking no nigga with no shirt off and his dick prints out or nothing, so I'm never going to see it.
You never know what
So,
might come across your timeline.
man, I'm not going to see it.
If it came across your timeline and you saw that she was liking
Man,
everybody's
I
pictures, how
wouldn't-
would you feel?
I wouldn't give a fuck. It's just social media. And I'm not saying like that. To me, it's just like you taking away just the whole. If everybody thought like that, then nobody would have no likes on their posts on social media. If everybody was just like, oh, it's cool, you can't fucking don't like nobody else shit, don't like nobody post, don't comment on nobody's shit because they make you
But
fucking
you don't
horny.
want your girl to post like naked thirsty pictures, right? But you okay with her liking a dude naked thirsty pictures,
What? It's social media.
right? So why you don't care? Why would you be mad if she posts her ass on the counter or something? You mad about that, but you not mad that she liking this man dick pics?
Because he being thirsty and you, that don't mean you got to be thirsty. Just because he being thirsty don't mean you should be thirsty. That's all I'm saying. Say, oh, cool. The nigga being thirsty. I'm not going to sit here. That to me will be almost just like, again, what he just sitting here saying, it'll just be like you just outside where it's like, to me, if I was a woman and I'm out with my dude and this girl just walked past ass fat as shit and she got on like some super tight ass pants, what I'm supposed to act like you not going to see it? Or me and my girl, this is going even to make it more into my real world. And me and my girl was on it. Let's see and say, me and my girl's on the treadmill. And then a girl, it's the Stairmaster right in front of us. And this girl with this fat ass, she got her back halfway out. I'm talking about backfire and shit. You can see her muscles in her back. I'm supposed to close my eyes the whole time we on the treadmill.
He said, break your, like turn around, break your neck looking. No, if it's there, all right, cool. Like you looking. But like going out of your way to look is what he said was disrespectful. Like y'all walking down the street and you like, damn, and you turn around like that. That's disrespectful. Like,
no, of course, that's disrespectful. Yeah. But what's the difference between? But to me, what's not disrespectful is all the late night I'm doomstroming and I just like a couple of bitches. No, what would be? I'm understanding if you sit here and say I'm putting comments under everybody. Joe, all right, come on, now you being thirsty. Like if I was just leaving a bunch of hot eyes shit and under every girl post, I'm cool with sitting here saying that's thirsty. But just liking it, you know how much shit I just be liking. So now if you sit here and say, oh, I fucking like Saucy Santana when he was promoting Cried on the Creek. Now I'm a fucking F-bomb. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Somebody might say that.
Man, fuck all that, dog. All right, that's cool.
Some people will say that.
Man, that shit's stupid, dog. I'm gonna like this shit. I don't give a fuck. That shit crazy to me. Like, you sitting here telling me I can't sit here and I can't like no girl jump because I don't want my girl to look like a fucking bozo because I'm liking everybody's shit. Man, come on. I guess why we sitting here talking about relationships and we just talking about corny shit. Congratulations to what's my man name? Tyler Lepley, the dude who played the light-skinned nigga off of P-Valley and Miracle Watts. They got married over the week. And then some girl came out and just did some extremely corny shit. Like that to me is again what we saying, and that to me is what's corny. Like why if you're just sitting here and see me and my girl get married, we posting our shit via social media, it's getting posted on the blogs, everybody congratulating us and this and the third. Now you want to sit here and fucking put up some screenshots.
But hold on, but wasn't Miracle was the one saying that she ain't want all this shit on social media and all that? Remember she had she wanted the real strict joint. Didn't she go by?
I think she did, but did you see any pictures outside of what they posted? I don't think I seen a bunch of other people posting stuff from their wedding. I think people showed that they was there, but I don't think people posted pictures.
I know, but I remember it was a real strict. No, was like, I don't want to go if it's that strict or some shit like that.
No, I do remember her saying that, but that might have just been her just talking out the side of her ass. I want to say she probably said that like right after she had a baby as well. But that's just sitting here saying the girl who posted the DM like that shit. Again, you sitting here saying like that shit is corny to me. Like let's just sit here and say, even if this happened 3 years ago, why you wait until after we get married? Why you could have sit here? We've been public in our relationship for a brick. You could have posted when we just had our baby. You could have posted when we was out, when we was talking about her going through postpartum. Why you wait so late to sit here and now you trying to have your moment because we fucking just got married and everybody congratulating us? That shit to me, again, we saying people be corny as shit and do corny shit for just fucking attention via social media.
Of course.
That shit is weak, though. I just be hating people on social media. And real quick, while we talking about marriage and we talking about a healthy one of this one, shout out to Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell. They have officially tied the knot. So Coco Jones is officially Miss Mitchell. I mean, shit, when you got the bread, what's the purpose of delaying it? Because when you gonna do it, you eventually about to go back in the season. I'm kind of trying to. I'm sure realistically, the only reason why Cat and Jordan Woods probably ain't done theirs yet because they probably trying to figure out a way to get paid off of theirs.
Nigga, they've been together for a while.
Who? Jordan Woods and Cat?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm sure realistically because Jordan Woods come from the reality TV show land, I'm sure she's trying to string along. How can we get paid off of this?
But Coco Jones, what's this shit? Only what, a year?
Yeah, but what you want to drag it along for? I think for most people, the reason why most people drag along the process of getting married or getting engaged is because you financially don't got the bread to speed it up. But if I'm Donovan Mitchell, what the fuck am I dragging my feet for?
Oh, no.
Like what? Like how long? You gotta think about it. Like how I'm sure they live together. She be at all the fucking games. So it's like, what's the point of me delaying it? Like, what am I going? If I know if we already engaged and I got the money, and this is my off season, what I'm supposed to wait until next off season? Like I get it for regular normal people who kind of trying to figure out I'm trying to save some money so I can have a nice wedding, but when I can afford to have a nice wedding already, I don't understand what's the purpose of sitting here making the shit any longer than what it need to be.
I mean, if that's who you really want to be with,
nigga, what's the purpose of why the fuck would I sit here and propose to her if that ain't who I wanted to be with? What sense do that make? Like, nigga, how do that make sense to you? I'm gonna say and propose to you, and I'm gonna just keep dragging my feet on getting married. And I can afford to go get married tomorrow, and I can still have a big ass wedding. The fuck? I don't. You gotta make that make sense to me. That don't make no sense for me to sit here and drag my feet any longer on that one.
But we were saying that was fat with Megan and Klay Thompson. How they was moving, bought the house and all that together. Like that was moving fast. And look how that ended.
Yeah, but they wasn't engaged. We engaged. What else you want me to do?
Right, but that's what I'm just saying. That's kind of like I said. That's fast.
I think it's only fast if you're not intentionally trying to really be with the person. But if this is who I'm really trying to be with, like I don't feel like Donovan Mitchell ain't no outside nigga. So it's like I don't think this is fast for him. I don't know who else Donovan Mitchell done dated before. So I don't feel like this ain't fast for him. Like if this is who I really want to be with, like why the fuck wouldn't I don't just me personally, if I got the bread, I don't see what's the purpose of dragging my feet with any of that shit. Even with the Meg and Klay shit. Like if you got the money, what the fuck am I I'm not dating like I'm poor. I got money. What the fuck am I supposed to do? What you want me to do? I got bread, so guess what? 9 times out of 10, we done all the trips, we done everything. I done bought gifts. What the fuck you want me to keep doing? Just keep fucking just acting like we boyfriend and girlfriend? Not really wanting that? No, come on, dog.
Hey.
She did not do her part. She was all stiff.
Who?
Girl would have been laid all over that bed.
Jasmine, what is you talking about?
Okay, let me call you back. He's tripping again.
Who tripping? I'm gonna stop telling people I'm not tripping. I just asked a question.
I'm talking about the Chris Brown and Usher concert.
What about it?
The girl that went up there to perform, she didn't perform.
Because she's not a performer.
Okay, so what'd she go up there for?
Not to perform. They paid her to be performing.
Okay, well, I would have been performing.
Oh, so you're a performer. You if you do, motherfucker.
I want to enjoy the experience.
That's what you want to do?
Yes.
You know they call a performer that don't get paid a clown. And that's what you sound like right now. You got a whole man at the house talking about you would have enjoyed the experience. So what, you want to get laid on the bed?
Yes, I do.
You want to get laid on the bed?
I want to get laid on the bed.
Do you know how many bitches they lay on their bed?
No,
huh?
No.
Yeah, you think one of them hoes ain't itching. Now you look up what? You got wingworm.
Okay, you doing too much.
No, I'm not doing too much. Explain to me why you feel like some shit like that is okay. Hey, how come done talking to you?
Okay, now what?
What you mean now what? This is how you really feel. You really would have went up on stage and did all that extra shit.
Yes, I would have performed.
But you said you talking this shit about you want to be a wife and wife this, wife that. You hoes ain't ready to be your wives. Because soon as a nigga that come around and sweat, sing, and dance, now all of a sudden you forget you got a man at home.
You might be saying like I'm gonna go home with the nigga.
You would.
I mean, if he asked me.
See, you just almost made me call you something. Stop playing with me like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, why do they need to make more bitches like love, man?
You need to calm down. Why you so mad acting like I was the one getting laid down? Like the one
because it's your mindset. You think like that. You talking about you want to be a wife, it's just you think like that. My mama would never did no shit like that.
So you meaning to tell me your mama would have never went for James Brown?
I know you fucking lying. No, she wouldn't have went for no damn James. My mama wasn't like that. My mama got class.
Okay.
See, something you don't know nothing about. You want to be a performer. Go and perform.
I got one more question.
What? You making me miss?
So if Beyonce was performing, you wouldn't go up there?
No. See, that's the difference. I got class about myself. Beyonce, that's a married woman. Performing or not, I'm not doing that.
Okay, I'll give you that. What about Cardi B? She's not married.
What about her though?
What if they brought you on stage to perform with Cardi B? What you doing?
And they came out there and they chose me.
Yes, you.
Did I apply for this on Indeed?
Nope, it's just random.
Shit, if they picked me, that mean they needed me. They ain't had nobody else. And I got performing experience. I used to perform in the church.
So it's a problem when I do it, but it's not a problem when you do it.
See, you always trying to gaslight somebody. Don't even worry about it. Do you? Go and perform.
She did not do.
So real quick for people who didn't know, and again, of course, we talked about it last week, and it was all up and down the timeline when Usher brought the young lady out in Chattanooga or wherever. And then, so after that, he done, of course, the next time he performed, he sit here and said, hey, don't come up on this stage if you really don't want to be on this stage. So then he brung this lady on the stage, and I'm talking about she went stupid crazy. I'm talking about this lady, she was fat as all outdoors, one. Do you think that lady was kind of already like almost put in there? Because they even know this lady's name. I want to say, what's her name? Her name is
Is she a IG model or something?
I think she is. What the hell was her name? Vicky Cobb. So even the way she was dressed, because I seen a lot of people in the comments saying, this don't look like somebody that you just picked out the crowd. Like this lady literally had on like booty shorts with her ass hanging out and almost like a halter top on, and like the way she performed, licking on his chest and all of this. Like, come on, this wasn't just some random ass lady you just picked out the crowd. They felt like you were sitting here trying to make up for what happened on the other Jones. So let me sit here and kind of set the tone and like plant somebody else in so they can come and get on the stage with me.
Of course.
Do you think that's corny of him?
No. It's performance.
Yeah, it's performance, but I ain't gonna. The only reason why I'm gonna say it's a little bit corny. The only reason why I'm saying it's just a little corny, just because. And one I told y'all last week, that girl wanted her moment, and she definitely she
got her moment
for
so
sure.
Why you think nobody else wouldn't do it again?
No, but the reason why I'm sitting here and say I think he planned it and why I think it's corny, because realistically, because that wasn't natural. What happened with that girl was natural. You and this other girl, this wasn't natural, because Chris Brown, realistically, we see here and said it last week. Like nobody ain't really seen no viral moments of Usher's performance where you kind of always seen it was Chris Brown, and you kind of still see it was Chris Brown until now Usher them had this other lady come up on the stage and everybody kind of like, okay, she understood the assignment, but at the same time, it made people kind of question where it's like, all right, where you find her at though? Like, why the fuck she just over here? Like, hey, she was like overly going. Like, she might as well just let you fuck on stage. She licking you on your chest and all that other shit. And this nigga wife still at the shows and all that again, man. Shout out to Usher.
She got a video with the wife too.
Yeah, that's still just a lot, though. Like that to me, just kind of like, what the fuck are we doing?
Algorithm.
Earlier, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you bought it, right? I bought my hair. I have on makeup. I have on lashes. Women, we have the grace to increase our pretty. Men don't have that. He can't walk in with a fake toupee because that would be a thing. He can't wear makeup. That's how God brought him into this world. So like you and like me, we got dressed today, but he's not judging you without this. So for you to sit there and judge him, how do you think he would rate you if you didn't have on your hair and your makeup and your lashes?
I mean, if without all of this, I'm still beautiful.
But if that was the case, you would have showed up that way, right? He doesn't have to be your cup of tea. But to pick him apart when he doesn't have the opportunity to do what we do as it increases attractiveness, I think that's unfair.
I have to agree with Kendra on this one, because it's so easy for us as women to talk down on men, to dog men about their appearance when we don't leave the house in our natural appearance. We have our lashes done. We have our eyebrows done. We have a full face of makeup, nails, toes, weaves, wigs. So yeah, you walk outside looking your best, but it's not your natural self. So you're comparing his natural state to your unnatural state.
And I just wanted to play that again real quick, just to kind of double down and just prove my point of when we sitting here saying, why women just ain't in the top 20. Like Kendra G is somebody who's super popular via social media, but I just would ask you again when we sit here saying going to that top 20 list, and even if you just go off of just the top 2 black men, I'm just doubling down on that conversation where I asked you where like, would you listen to a whole 3 hours of that if that was a show? Like what Kendra G doing compared to like listening to 3 hours of the Breakfast Club or the Joe Budden shit. And shout out to the Breakfast Club. I ain't gonna lie to you, that whole adding the behind the scenes shit, adding the extra phone calls on the Netflix don't definitely make it 100 times better to watch that one. But I guess real quick, even also while we sit here talking about it, this lady, she is I want to say she's a co-host with with Young Jock in Atlanta, asking Carissa Shields this question, because we did just see his, you just asked me, do people be asking other athletes these type of dating questions? I ain't gonna lie to you, this take balls, especially for you to be a woman and you sitting here asking Carissa Shields this. That to me is like, that should take nuts, because I wouldn't even sit here as a man. I don't necessarily know if I would play with Carissa Shields like this.
Real question, because I didn't been here before. How much longer are you willing to be in a relationship with somebody's husband? Because at the end of the day, that's what people are looking at.
Well, pause.
Okay.
Pause, because that's not somebody's husband.
Okay.
Papoose filed for divorce. Y'all hate to say that word, but it's the word that's out there. He filed for divorce because he's serious about me. So I'm not with somebody's husband.
Okay.
And if you're going to call him her husband, make sure you call her his wife. And also hold her accountable for what she's doing in her life, because she has a man who she's big about. So don't make it seem like it's just one-sided. I'm not with somebody's husband. I'm with the man who filed for divorce, who's serious about me, who has done things for me that I've done for him. So that's not what it is. They say that because they want that to be the narrative, but that's not it. People go through divorces and breakups more than anything in the world. That's why it's such a big talk.
Oh, we know.
Oh, I just got
divorced. I'm in one right now.
But divorce takes time.
Yes,
and he's going through the processes. He's been to the court. It is what it is.
I will, again, like I said, shout out to this lady. I'm not familiar with her, but I respect somebody even asking Carissa Shields, especially you being a woman, asking Carissa Shields that type of question right there in front of her. I take my hat off to you, because I ain't gonna lie to you. That one to me feel like you would kind of would have got smacked in the face any other time asking Carissa Shields that type of question. But I guess why we're talking about boxing real quick, because something I kind of told y'all, a reason why I was questioning, I was looking at Roach a little bit funny. Roach, I won't say, what's his second fight since he didn't fought Javante? And I kept sitting here saying where it was like, the reason why you keep wanting to fight Tank again, or you were sitting here trying to press Tank to get in another fight, because Tank is a draw. You done had a couple fights since Tank and nobody ain't really talked about it, but then you sit here and had this fight last night and you got your ass beat.
First of all, he was backing up. He wasn't using the angles properly that he was supposed to. He didn't go to the body. His jab wasn't consistent enough, and he wasn't moving his upper body. He was in that shell.
Yep.
You know, you can't have your hands up in that peekaboo shell when you got a guy throwing a million punches at you and you're trying to counter him. You got to get your head moving. You got to be a moving target, and you got to make him pay every chance that you can.
And he never hit the body either.
Never hit the.
Like, he hit it occasionally, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
He wasn't fully invested in it.
Too relaxed. Not enough of a sense of urgency.
And again, that's why I say, like, for Roach, you can't sit here and keep, like, you was kept trying to, like, call Tank out after you got that little draw, whatever the case may be. But again, that's why I said you didn't work on your marketing and your craft enough for those fights to become bigger fights after Tank. Like, you went from Tank and now you're going back down to fighting niggas. I don't even know who the fuck this dude was, but you got your ass beat and nobody didn't care. And you from here. So again, that's the difference when I'm sitting here saying, I said this before after the Tank fight, where it's like, you can't sit here and act like Tank wasn't the draw and people from here wasn't really getting hip to you off the strength of Tank. Because for you to be here and I ain't hear not a soul sit here and talk about that fucking fight, like, you can't, what you want me to do? Like, you can't sit here and want me to give you credit for whatever you did with Tank, and then since the Tank fight, you ain't done nothing, and you kind of just back having just regular ass matches again. Like, that's ass backwards to me. And that's why I can't never be mad at Tank for the way Tank be talking to these niggas and the way Tank be carrying shit, because it's like, y'all need me, I don't need y'all. Because again, I wouldn't even have seen it. If you didn't lose, I would have never known nothing about it. But you lost, it's coming up and down the timeline. Your face looked fucked up. The dude that beat the shit out you. Now I was like, damn, I didn't even know you had a fight.
No, I did hear about it.
You heard about it?
On the radio.
Oh, see, I didn't even hear about it. Where was it at?
Huh?
It was here?
Oh, I don't know where, but they was talking about, they said, well, Roach got to fight what's name? This Saturday. Yeah. But I just think that's just boxing as it is. That's why even when you said like the whole Adrian, like I said, I don't think people really be into it like that for real.
I think it just depends on who you are. I think if you are a draw, if it was Tank, niggas would know about a Tank fight. Like if Tank was about
other than Tank, like, because then Crawford have, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like if it ain't Tank, I don't think, like I said, it was really like, hey, I want to tune in.
But that's not. I mean, that ain't us as the people's fault. That's their fault.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. Just boxing I just don't think it is. Like I said, if it ain't If it ain't the Jake Paul doing the little what's name joints and Tank, what else is really like? Oh, it was
listen, you missed. I think okay, maybe we missed each other's point. I agree with what you're saying, but I don't necessarily think that is the fans' fault. That's kind of even when we talk about music. That's on the boxer. That's on the artist. You got to promote yourself. If you ain't promoting it, I can't be mad that I didn't know about it because it's not sitting here saying that I wouldn't have watched. If I would have knew about it, I may have watched it. I don't even know. Nothing else was even on last night. So I'm not sitting here saying that I wouldn't have watched it if I would have known about it. But if you're not doing your rounds or going to promote it, because even shit before the Tank fight and after you won the Tank fight, you done went to the Breakfast Club and you did this, that, and the third. Like, why are you not promoting this fight? So you sitting here taking fights and not promoting them. And now only time we're going to talk about it is because you lost. That to me is kind of just ass backwards. It's just like putting out an album and then you get mad because the album flopped. But did you go around really promoting the album before it came out? No. So again, I'm not disagreeing with you sitting here saying, do I think realistically, I think the difference between what Adrian Bronner is doing and was doing, and we can kind of go into even tie that in because we sit here and literally just said this last week beforehand. What's the boy he was doing this shit with? Whatever the little nigga name is that Adrian Bronner was doing the streaming with. He ended up getting locked up, and now he may be fighting 15 years. But we literally just said this last week, nigga.
I thought we talked about that one when he got.
Well, I don't know what. I don't even know. We might have talked about it before, but I'm just saying now for him to get picked up for whatever the charges is. And now they holding him. He ain't out right now.
Yeah,
but he out already?
Yeah, they doing stream.
Oh, I ain't see it. I thought he was still in there.
No. Yeah, he out.
Something about him that maybe you didn't expect.
I think
like I said, coming into the fight, we just thought he was a one-trick pony. He actually used his feet. As you can see, he was stepping back and kind of countering or not allowing me to get my counters off. And, he did it the whole fight. So, I had to switch a couple things up. And, I just didn't succeed. That's it.
Was there something about him that maybe you didn't?
I can't believe you saying just wasted that opportunity with Tank. That shit just pissed me off now, just even watching that shit and seeing. Yeah, but again, like I said, it was Dana great again, just for him. We said it last week. Y'all niggas gotta just stop doing all these streams with these girls. Put the fucking liquor down. Again, and maybe because I don't watch streams, so I couldn't sit here and tell you what was sit here and keep my attention and keep my eye for that long. But sitting here just getting on these streams and just being overly drunk with these girls, I just don't. To me, I said it last week and I'll say it again. Nothing about being super drunk and being super aggressive with girls online where people can watch it. It's never gonna play out in your favor. I don't even know how the hell they even got away with it for as long as they did. But again, now you sitting here saying you facing up to 15 years for some, man, y'all niggas are stupid. What else is going on in the world? I guess we could talked about 50 Cent earlier.
At some points, when people have success for the first time in their career, sometimes they need it to be all ass, right? So the difficult thing is if they have their success for the first time and it's a 50 Cent show, it is a 50 Cent show. Like publicly, people look at it like it's presented by 50 Cent. It's 50 Cent. The story is from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Everything is 50 Cent tied to the show. The music that's playing is 50 Cent. It got awkward for the writer, for the showrunner, because she felt like it was registering as a 50 Cent show instead of her show. And that turned into, it got weird with her behaviors and the things that was going on behind the scenes with her. And then it also was friction between her and Amari, because he was feeling like he was the lead and the star of the show. So she was having a problem with anybody who was leading the show because she felt like it was her show, like it was hers. And it was a show rightfully as a writer, but he is the star of the show. Omari would have died. Ghost Must Die. He would have died where Kanan died, that much earlier. She planned to kill Omari's character off right there. And I'm like, nah. I could feel how the general public was feeling about it. And I knew that was not the right decision. And I was saying, well, she said, well, then if he doesn't die, something has to happen. Something big has to happen. And I'm like, me, like kill my character. Like I got other shit to do. I could go be 50 Cent and then I don't have to be here anymore. Like I took a pay cut to be there the entire time that I was on that show.
So real quick, I guess my question is, even with the 50 Cent thing, I kind of made me wonder, could he has done more to kind of stroke Courtney Kemp's ego? Because realistically, I kind of understand where she's coming from, because that is realistically how we kind of labeled the show. The Power Universe is a 50 Cent show. It's a 50 Cent show. That's how we kind of always say, oh, this is the 50 Cent shows. We kind of, unless you were somebody who's just actually locked in on Power and you watching it even after they go off, and then Courtney Kemp was doing like the breakdowns after every episode or whatever the case may be. So you got familiar with who Courtney Kemp was. I could kind of understand where she may get a little frustrated because she feel like I built this and I ain't getting the credit for it. So, and you kind of now get to see where they both kind of, okay, well, 50 Cent about to do this Fightland jump, and now Courtney Kemp has done Nemesis. I'm just off of if I'm just going off of just the first episode of Fightland, and we can give it to like 5 episodes and really kind of reevaluate this question. But if I'm just going right now, it's kind of like I feel like she may be able to prove her point where it's like, yeah, you're the bigger name, but you almost doing like what Diddy do with the music, where it's like other niggas making the beat, but Diddy sitting here saying he the producer, and it's like, and that's kind of like what.
But that's funny you said that. I was just talking about when we watched the Fight Line, like that whole it's 50 Cent. Like, I think that's kind of. What is your expectation for it? Like, what is, I mean, because really, like, it's just your promotion. Like, it's not really you not writing it or anything like that. You just a promoter, for real.
50 Cent?
Yeah. And I
yeah,
think,
so that's what I'm saying. If I'm Courtney Kemp, I can understand where she may feel some type of way because 50 gets all the credit.
But do you think that do it hurt? Do it hurt the product?
No, it does. No, do it hurt who product? It don't hurt 50 Cent product because he's getting all the credit. But if I'm a director or I'm the writer on the joint and I'm not really getting no credit, yeah, it's fucking hurting me because guess what? Other people not gonna really give me the opportunity because they keep thinking it's 50 Cent, 50 Cent.
But that's what I'm saying. But do it hurt the product? Because I'm saying do it hurt the product? Because like even that, if you didn't know what the Fightland is about or whatever the case may be, and you just said, oh, 50 Cent got a new joint. What is your expectation?
So what you saying? I agree with that part. It doesn't hurt 50 Cent. I think it hurts 50 Cent because the bar for 50 Cent, the Power universe, what we expect for a 50 Cent show, Courtney Kemp know how to keep doing that. That's why Nemesis was Nemesis. 50 Cent don't write these shows. Courtney Kemp was writing them. So the shit that you done kind of built for yourself around the aura of your TV shows was realistically off of the hard work of Courtney Kemp. So I understand why she looking for is like, I'm not getting no credit where people saying they 50 Cent shows instead of saying they Courtney Kemp shows. So now the first comparison we kind of get with them going separate ways where you're not sitting here like putting it in that box. Because it's easy under the Power universe. You can sit here, 50 could easily swap out other people because you kind of already got the Tariqs and all of that shit kind of built in. So you can just play off of what's already been built in. But for now, these newer jumps where it's like, all right, you got to start from scratch now. She understand the formula. He might have felt like she didn't understand the formula, but she proved she understood the formula because look at how everybody was banging with Nemesis. When now for this 50 Cent jump for the Fightland, it's like, all right, we kind of out bar for, even for when you sit here saying like a normal Power universe show, at least by episode 2, we kind of know who the good guy is, who the bad guy, who we gonna like or who we gonna hate. Now it can eventually turn around a little bit later because again, originally even with Raising Kanan, everybody used to love Kanan until now you see him say he killed Uncle Marvin. So again, with this Fightland jump, I don't necessarily, again, I watched the first episode. I felt like y'all probably paid attention a little bit better than I did, but just off of me watching it, I don't necessarily know if I like fell in love or hated a character off the first episode. That's why I said maybe we got to revisit this conversation again, maybe after episode 5. But I do feel like I understand, I know what I'm looking for from 50 Cent shows, and I don't necessarily know if 50 Cent can still hit that same mark without Courtney Kemp.
But that's why I'm like, do you have to keep promoting this 50 Cent? Like I like.
Yeah, because I think people gonna give him I think people will watch because it's a 50 Cent show the same way people will watch because it's a Tyler Perry movie.
But Tyler Perry is actually paying, you know what I'm saying? Like we know, all right, Tyler Perry is do you really think 50 Cent is just putting any effort into this? I mean,
like, I don't know. I can't.
To me, I feel like it's just your name on it.
I feel like a lot of people think that he is his show. Like I thought it was his show. Like he wrote it, or you know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. So anything that has his name attached, since like you said, since we see Power, you're gonna watch anything else that he does because of what he did in Power.
Exactly. Until he proved you wrong. So that's why I'm saying like Fightland is going to be the first show with now no Courtney Kemp. Can you keep our attention like you did with Power? And realistically,
wasn't BMF what I heard too?
Yeah, but it's still kind of under, and that BMF kind of already comes with his own fan base. Going back into when we talking about with Jeezy, like niggas already, like people, BMF already got a lore to it where people wanted to see.
You was gonna watch it anyway.
You was gonna watch it regardless. It don't matter who kind of did it, and that's why even think about it, that's why Jeezy and 50 Cent was beefing because Jeezy and them wanted to do it first. Because niggas know, like the first person who ever came up with the BMF show first, that was who's going to get the fucking people to watch. Now, what you got to give 50 his credit is, of course, he was the one who put Lil Meech into acting school and all that, and took the chance on building up Lil Meech. Well, okay, Lil Meech look like Big Meech, so you got to give 50 some credit for that.
Damn, are we gonna put an APB out for him?
For who?
For Lil Meech.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I don't necessarily know how many. I mean, people wasn't checking for him beforehand, so I mean, I don't necessarily think. I mean, I don't know. I can't. It's hard for me to sit here and say that. Like, I think you kind of maybe got to give him. You had to give him a chance because you can kind of say that for everybody who was on any of the other power shows.
Not the main, like,
nigga, you can say, or you can name, it's only 2 people, and since that Power universe, it's only 2 people I recently sit here and seen already on spinoff shows. The girl who played Terry baby mother, she was in Nemesis. Da Vinci gonna always get work because he was getting work. He was on fucking All America, so he was already getting work before he even got into the 50 Cent shit. And who it was, and of course probably Paige, but Tariq ain't been in shit else neither.
Yeah, yes, he's been on. That's what I'm saying. He had.
I mean, he's been
because like even with Tom, you know what I'm saying. Other people, I just with him, like I said, I think you might have bit your hand before you can really get into the. Like I get
who bit their hand. You can't sit here and say Lil Meech did. That's his father. What the fuck was I supposed to do?
No, but I just feel like you got into that. So you saying you just you got to do what you got to do, because I feel like I said, the way you played it, kind of like, all right, we don't need you for real.
But I don't think Lil Meech ever came on and said he didn't need him. 50 Cent and Big Meech started the beef. What was I supposed to do? That's my dad. I can't go against my dad. Like, nigga, I was playing my dad in the show. Like, it wasn't like you didn't pick me just because I was just some amazing actor. You picked me because that was my dad. I'm playing my dad. So I'm like, what else? I don't know what did you want Lil Meech to do? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But again, like I said, for 50 Cent, we will see. And realistically, even that's why I say, well, let's wait until episode 5, because I do think 50 will get the benefit of the doubt of people even like at least watching the next 2 or 3 episodes, because Raising Kanan is on. So right after Raising Kanan go off, if you're watching it on Stars, if the next jump gonna play up is gonna be the Fight Land. So again, like I said, I'll give him to episode 5 to really see how I feel about this new show and see if he can kind of hold his own without Courtney Kemp, because Courtney Kemp already proved herself. Courtney Kemp came out with a hit show on Netflix. The show was so fucking big, she ended up getting a season 2 for that show. She also ended up getting an exclusive deal with Apple TV, and then they end up buying Power. So again, I mean, like I said, we'll see with that one. Real quick, I want to play this clip of this gentleman I'm about to play right now. His name is Charlie. Charlie used to be the manager for Travis Porter when I'm talking about like prime Travis Porter. He also had a record label called Street Execs, and he had 2 Chainz signed to that label. He had Bankroll Fresh. Who else did he have? Kind of almost. I want to sit here and say he had something to do with Soulja Boy, early Soulja Boy, and I think after he got fired from Soulja Boy, I think that's how he ended up getting in with Travis Porter. I can't remember. That was just to give people a little bit of backstory just before I play this clip.
Social media is ruining artist development. Now, this is what so many artists are doing. They have a song, they're told make 200 TikToks about it. It works. You promote it constantly. You might get good at TikTok and it starts getting views. People come in, but once they click that follow button and they're watching you, you are pissing off your fans. They're like, I didn't sign up for this. Every video, you're promoting the same song. There's no mysteriousness. It's like a magazine full of advertisements and advertisements only. Like, I liked this song.
Right.
I hit follow, and now it's just you just doing gimmicky things to get more views. Yes, you might get more views and you might get more followers, but you're ruining the people who are inside of the experience. If I were to have an artist today, I would separate it. This is what I would do if I was an artist. I would have a separate page that's almost like a fan page. And I would have my friend and or an engineer, anybody, doesn't matter. And I would have them duplicate viral videos using my song. All the cheesy stuff works on social media. Just don't have the artist do it. Stop making these artists cheesy. Social media is...
So 2 things I agree and I disagree with what he's saying. I do agree. I do think realistically for artists, they can't overdo it. And I think you kind of have to know the sweet spot for doing it. Because I do think realistically, the artist is the artist. Again, we're going back to Cardi B. And Cardi B can get away with what she's doing because she's Cardi B. And again, niggas is horny. I had a homegirl DM me and she sent me the video like, I don't like the Cardi B gotta kind of almost damn near be like prostituting this song to me. Where it's like, why she gotta be both videos she butt naked. And again, as niggas ain't gonna care. Nobody gonna complain. Cardi B look amazing. So it's easy. You can even watch the video on mute. But I understand where she's going to be like, is nobody else who could get more views for this Cardi B song than Cardi B. And that kind of even go back into when Drake was clowning ASAP Rocky, where it's like, damn, Rihanna ain't even post your shit because, nigga, look how many fucking people like Rihanna's post anytime Rihanna posts something. So would it have helped ASAP Rocky out a lot? So I get what he's saying, where it's like, sometimes it do get corny if the person just keep doing it. And I guess the perfect example I could kind of give y'all, and I don't necessarily know how many people may see it or even be familiar, it's a dude in Dallas. He got the song Ben. Watch me bend, me bend, and he be doing the little dance. He got the crazy funny haircut. But originally, before the song kind of picked up and other people were doing the dance to it, he was the only person who could promote it. So I get what he's saying, where it's like, after a while, you're going to get tired of it, because if I'm following somebody and they posting this same song and doing the same dance every single day, eventually I will probably get it tired of, and I may even unfollow them, or you may mute them and stop paying attention to it as much. So how do you kind of mix it up? But at the same time, where it's like, again, for somebody like Cardi B, who's better than Cardi B to promote a Cardi B song? So it's kind of like, you damn you if you do, you damn if you don't. And realistically, you may have to just come up with other clever ways to keep promoting the song. But at the same time, it's like you kind of want to be your face via social media too. So I do think realistically, it just takes more work, where you kind of got to think of other clever ways to keep your audience attention, but you kind of don't want to go missing where you try, like, you ain't Beyonce, so you can't pull a Beyonce. You ain't Rihanna, you can't pull a Rihanna. So you kind of have to stay in people's face via social media, or niggas will easily forget about you. You've seen it too many ways. You've seen it for niggas who are great artists and then they go MIA and then you kind of completely forget about them, where you'll have some people who sometimes people feel like you be on social media a little too much. So, I mean, I guess like that right there, that topic is kind of like, damn, it's like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. It does get a little bit tricky. Real quick, I guess, because let's kind of get into sports a little bit. I guess we go to Madden for people, because Madden about to come out and the NFL season is literally right around the corner. They counting down those Sundays. Like, what I think the first preseason game is this Thursday. I mean, what's that? The Hall of Fame game. And one thing I guess that you have to be like, you got to be a diehard fan to really lock in on preseason. I don't never know how niggas can even watch that shit, because it's like some of these niggas ain't even gonna make the team. Your real team ain't even gonna be playing. Like, I just ain't that like, and I don't feel like niggas really be like. I could watch what was the shit that they was playing on? What is it called?
The AFL.
Yeah, I could watch that before I really get into some preseason games. But anyway, let me just go. Madden the top 10 Madden ratings for NFL quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford a 99, Josh Allen a 99. I ain't gonna lie to you. One thing I love, and real reason why I love just the football shit, because sometimes, again, because I get so locked into the WNBA, I always have to get the real taste of like how mad the rest of the world get when they get the football shit. Man, Josh Allen, I don't know who get more mad. I don't know if WNBA fans get more mad about the fucking endless promotion that Caitlin Clark get, or do fucking people get more mad about the fucking extreme glaze that they be doing for Josh Allen. Like, I be kind of be trying to like read the temperature on like which one be causing the real crash out, because niggas get, I'm talking about out there body behind these Josh Allen topics. Josh Allen a 99, Joe Burrow a 97, Lamar Jackson a 94, Patrick Mahomes a 93, Drake May a 92, Dak Prescott a 91, Justin Herbert a 90, Caleb Williams a 90, and Jared Goff a 88. I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably to me, the only real disrespect is Drake May literally only being two jumps down from fucking Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen being fucking 5 ratings over Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes.
But
is nuts.
That was Josh Allen's best year.
What, last year?
Yeah, right.
No, it was the year before that.
We won MVP.
Matthew Stafford won MVP last year.
But that was his. But that was with nobody on the team. That was his best year with no weapons last year.
I mean, still, no, because his numbers still best. His best numbers was still the year before that, the year when he won MVP. His numbers last year wasn't better than his numbers.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't. Would they expecting him to be lower than Lamar?
I don't think niggas feel like he should be a 99 and Lamar 94. Because what make Josh Allen a 99 and make Lamar 94?
He played this year. Remember, Lamar was hurt. So why would Lamar be a 99?
I don't think Lamar should be a 99, but I don't think Josh Allen should be a 99 either. Nigga, the last time niggas seen Josh Allen, he had 4 turnovers in the playoffs against the Broncos.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I think you're going off of what you did last year. That's what I say. I feel like he had a good season last year.
So that's Drake May was in the Super Bowl. He had 92 though. So how you explain that?
But I think more people. But Drake May, that was more so the team than it was. Than it was just Drake May.
Nigga, the niggas he was throwing the ball to ain't even on the team this year. So how you say that? Think about it, he's throwing the ball to Stephon Diggs last year. Stephon Diggs ain't even on the team this season.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like that was a team. That was a team. It was more so a team effort. It wasn't just Drake made by itself. Josh Allen is just Josh Allen.
Okay, so cool. Let's sit here and say this then. All right, let's say if I agree with that. Now, how you don't have what's my man name that was a quarterback for the Seahawks that won? Sam Darnold. He ain't even in the top 10. He won the Super Bowl.
You say he not in the top 10?
Fuck no. Jared Goff is number 10. And he at 88. So Sam, you basically telling me Sam Darnold, who won the Super Bowl, and let's be clear, Sam Darnold balled out in the NFC Championship game. It was a shootout between them and the Rams.
Yeah, but who won the MVP of the Super Bowl?
So the running back. Yeah, for sure.
What I'm saying. So I don't.
But cool. Listen, what I'm saying though. My only thing is cool. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But the last time the nigga who's number 1, Matthew Stafford, I out battled him. I ain't even in the top 10.
You didn't have because that was a shootout, right?
I think it was. It was a shootout, but it don't matter. I won. My team went to the Super Bowl. Yours didn't. I'm not even in the top 10. And you number 1. That's all I'm sitting here saying. Well, that's the way niggas kind of will sit here and say, this makes sense to me. Again, I'm not mad. I don't think people, I wouldn't, listen what I'm saying. I'm not mad at the list, period, because when I play the game, I'm going to edit my shit regardless. So that's not going to make me upset. But I understand for people, if you sitting here saying you just play the game as is, I can even if I'm a Seahawks fan, it's like, damn, we beat fucking the Rams in the conference championship. We won. As a matter of fact, we beat them twice. That's how we end up getting fucking home field advantage. We beat them in the last game of the regular season, and we beat them in the playoffs. So how the fuck my man ain't even in the top 10?
Yeah, I don't know how they go off of them Raiders. Because like even that time, I think because they even said what's his name, like TJ Watts, he's never been a 99, even when he broke the sack record. So that's why I say I don't know how.
And then even if I'm just even listening and say if I'm a Denver Broncos fan. Bo Nix got me to the conference final. We could have even went to the Super Bowl if he ain't break his ankle in the joint. How the fuck I ain't in the top 10? But you got Justin Herbert. He ain't even been out the first round yet.
But see, I think that's what you want. Them being hurt. That's the only thing I can think of why you wouldn't have him up there. Because he's hurt.
I got hurt, but the last game I played, I beat Josh Allen.
But what we coming off of? That's what I'm saying. I think he's hurt. He's not. But no, I can't say because Patrick Mahomes up there too, right?
That's my point. He number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's all I'm saying. So I just wanted to bring that up because I know we haven't had no real sports conversation yet. Shout out to LeBron James. LeBron James had back as the number 1 selling jersey of all times after a player has traded teams. That Philadelphia 76ers jersey is literally sold out damn near literally in every color wave and every size. So again, shout out to LeBron James on that one. And I do just real quick my just slight little, I kind of told y'all so. I'm not even, and this is what I'm saying. I'm somebody, I'm God willing, I'm here to live a couple of more years in life, a lot more years. But I'm just sitting here saying is my girl's slowly walking up that goddamn 2010 calendar, and I'm not saying some people who crazy. You get online, realistically, you see some people saying some crazy shit. I'm not gonna take it that far yet. All I'm just sitting here saying is for the month of July, my girl Angel Reese almost averaging a 2010. 20, listen what I'm telling you. Motherfucker went 23 and 13, 22 and 13. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to Angel Reese. She doing that motherfucker on a P level. She went there and niggas was sitting here saying she was going to be. And again, you know one thing I love about social media? People don't forget shit. You say something about somebody's favorite player, niggas gonna save your clips. They gonna rebring them jokes up. You gonna be just some random ass podcast or whoever you are, and they gonna drag your ass to filth. I don't know who that girl was who was on social media and sit here and said Angel Reese was going to Atlanta and she was gonna be the 4th option and she was only gonna average 10 points. Ooh, I knew it was a long day for you them last 2 games. God damn, I don't know what that girl name is, but I know they was dragging her for fucking filth up and down Twitter and fucking threads for 2 days strong because Angel Reese had back-to-back 2010 games. And when I'm saying 2010, that ain't even she literally had 22. What she had, Dallas, I want to say it was 22 or 21, 13, and then it was 2013, something like that. I can't remember, but both of them games was damn near, it was over 20 points and 13 rebounds each one of them games. For the month of July, she damn near averaged a 2010 game. So again, like I said, I'm not going to overdo it. I still feel like maybe she got like 2 more years before you can kind of literally damn near close your eyes and pencil her in at the 2010. But I do think realistically, if she can close this season out and can kind of at least, I seen some people saying that she can at least go 80% of the games left, and you can kind of keep flirting with the 20 and 10. She may even be able to get most improved. I don't necessarily know how they do that because it's like, how do you give a 3-time All-Star most improved? I don't know how the rules work for that, but for her stats to jump, how you can?
Yeah.
I mean,
most improved, yeah, because you proved better than what you were.
Well, the first year for the last
because you made the All-Stars is voting.
Yeah, so I mean, again,
that's if you said she was an MVP.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah,
But the crazy thing is, I hate that. Like, I was literally before I came in here, I was arguing with people on threads about Olivia Miles, and the people sitting here trying to like sit here and again, I mean, it's fan bases. You can kind of see that where people just felt like you shouldn't even be putting Olivia Miles in the same conversation with Asia Wilson when it comes to MVP. But I'm like, how many times are you gonna give Asia Wilson the MVP if the Minnesota Lynx had the best record again? You can't do that 2 seasons in a row. Yeah, they on a 10-game winning streak.
What's name back?
Feedback. So you can't. It's like
that change anything with her
for Olivia Miles.
Yeah,
I feel like it probably may have even. I can't even sit here and say it slowed her down a little bit. I think they just got to get used to making sure Fee still get the ball. Like you can still see they trying to figure out how to make Fee still be Fee, but it's not necessarily just like on some. I'm just guaranteed to just give Fee the ball and she gonna go for 30 or 25. You can see they kind of still trying to work her in, and they ain't trying to overdo it because it's like it's hard to sit here. I mean, again, she Fee, but it's hard to sit here and step on everybody's toes who been holding it down for the whole season, and now you kind of just coming back. So again, you can kind of see they still figuring it out. But I just hate the fact that niggas acting like it's blasphemous to sit here and say, oh, Olivia Miles should be in the same conversation with Asia Wilson as for the MVP race. Like that to me just don't make sense. How many years you gonna give Asia Wilson the MVP just for putting up video game numbers? But if her team ain't the best team in the league, how many like come on, like
because I think that's what the MVP is. I think it's just off of popularity.
No, you can't do that because then you lose the like. If you sit here and give her back to back, and you talking about last year, I understand. You end the season, y'all go on a 15-game winning streak. Fee get hurt, so cool. Okay, cool. It makes sense for Asia Wilson. Fee got hurt, you went on a 15-game winning streak. Cool, you won the MVP last year. But if you see saying Olivia Miles stay healthy for the rest of the season, the Minnesota Lynx end off with the best record in the league. How the fuck you gonna give Asia Wilson the MVP again?
But for her to get it because she's a rookie, only one person did it.
And so guess what? If I'm in the WNBA, what makes that's a sexier story?
It's a sexier story. You're absolutely right. It's a sexier story. But I feel like what is Minnesota's number one right now?
Yeah, Minnesota number one. And think about it, going into the season, this is supposed to be a tank year for them. She basically pulling off what Jaylen Brown did.
So let me ask you this, right? So if let's say they continue on this streak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you kind of discredit some of it now? Like you said, she's taking it back because what's name is back playing again. So her numbers might not be the same. So that might be more of a reason why. All right,
but cool. But let's just say, okay, let's say for the perfect example, let's just sit here and say just over the day game, they beat the Indiana Fever. She had 23 in the first half. You can't say I can't keep sitting here celebrating like cool Asia Wilson. You just lost to the fucking Chicago Sky. You had 34 points and y'all lost and y'all still lost. How can I sit here and make it seem like if my numbers is helping my team win and you put up godly numbers but y'all lose? Like, come on, dog. Like that to me, just sitting here acting like it shouldn't be a real conversation. That's the part to me is kind of like that's just not even that ain't even realistic. Like that's just being y'all just being you just dick riding at this point.
But I don't even think she was in the. What number? Because I saw one thing that came up. She might have been 3, maybe. It was Asia. Damn, who was number 2?
If anybody think if Olivia Mills ain't number 2, if Olivia Miles ain't number 2, I can't take nobody. I can't even take your shit
3.
serious.
I know Stewie was 5. Oh, what's name is was 2.
It's Paige?
No, I think. Kelsey Mitchell was 2.
I ain't mad if
that. Paige might have been 4.
I'm not mad if that's your. If
yeah,
that,
I think.
If you're 5, if you saying the 5 people,
I want to say it was Asia, Kelsey, Olivia, Paige, and then Stu.
I wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I might be mad at the order, but I'm not mad at those 5. I'm not mad at those 5. But it's gonna be hard for you to sit here and say like,
because I think Kelsey averaging like 21 or something like that.
Shit, she may be averaging like damn near close to 30.
I think that because I think they had Asia like 25. I think they had Asia 25. I think she was like 20, 21, 23, something like that. Olivia was 20, like just 20. And I think everybody else is just fall,
Yeah, again, like I'm not mad at that 5. I just think realistically, people don't be as dismissal with just the whole putting Olivia Miles in that conversation. But real quick, I guess because we talked about MySpace, I probably should have played this clip real quick. So this dude made a video sitting here talking about back in the day when you sitting here saying throwbacks, like bootleg sneakers that kind of was more popular than the regular sneakers, and that was like you talking about in that early 2000s. So that when
they showed all the rappers.
I don't know. I don't even think this showed no rappers, but this was.
Oh, it was one I saying when they were showing all the rappers the fake Jordans they was wearing.
Because it was a thing, though. I think people, if you didn't live in that time, it sound crazy. But at one point in time, he gonna say the dates, but you see him saying in the early 2000s, like you talking about 2002, like probably realistically like that 2003 to like 2006 window where the bootleg shoes was realistically more popular because the colorways was just so different, and niggas was kind of tired of just wearing the Jordans, the white and black Jordans, the red, black, and white Jordans, or the black and blue, like
them subs.
The Dub Zeros, the SpongeBob, and all of them. Yeah.
Owe them an apology. We thought they were wearing bootlegs, but we just didn't see the vision. I made a list of fake Air Jordans that inspired real Air Jordans. Reverse Concords, yeah, fake sites did that in 2004. Straight copy paste. Let me know your favorites in the comments. Not gonna lie, the fakes, way more fire. Not a straight color match, but fake sites were getting creative with the color blocking and Jordan Peep game. My name is Ray. I'm an 80s baby from the Bronx, New York. I want to build a community of people who love fashion stories from the golden era before social media existed. So I
thought he was going to say all the numbers, but he didn't. But basically it was from 03 to 06 where they was basically all just the knockoffs and the fake Jordans that kind of just had people in a chokehold. This is why we're going to call because we talking about fashion. And I meant to bring the pants in here when we talked about them. I'm not going to lie to you. You got to be a different. I kept forgetting. I swear I meant to bring it with me because I see and told Marcus the other week I ordered some camouflage pants off of the TikTok shop, but it's from this clothing brand called what is it John called Minimum? I want to say it's called Minimum. It's like a huge popular, like almost streetwear brand, but it's like super popular on TikTok, and because they got like good quality clothes. And like the way they fit and everything is perfect to what's going on right now. But I ordered some camo Jones with like I thought it was gonna be like some slight bedazzle on it, but them shits was like the whole junk. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I'm that cool. Like I feel like I'm just too old. I seen all the I'm like maybe I got to put them in the dry to kind of knock some of the shit off because this shit was just too much for me. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I feel like I could do like maybe like one or two, like a couple of little sprinkles, but just going crate. You some camo pants and a whole exact junk just knocked down. Like I'm cool, but I wanted to play this clip because Fabulous was talking about how he kind of really don't give a fuck y'all opinion on him wearing the bedazzle.
All of a sudden, the stone bedazzle shit is like forbidden all of a sudden. But just to be clear for everybody who comment, I really don't care what people think. I really don't.
That's my man right there.
Like I really wear whatever I want to wear.
Yeah, a nigga's putting that shit on.
That's the best way to be. That's the best way.
Yeah.
I don't really care what y'all.
And half of what you niggas can do, y'all can't do what niggas can do. Like this, y'all can't do what we gonna do.
I seen this girl. She said she hugged a nigga in the spot. And mad bedazzles fell in her drink.
Stop it. It's a level out there that is going crazy because they don't know how to do it.
But that ain't
fly shit is fly shit's fly shit. I don't care what.
Fly shit is fly shit. And at Fanatics Fest, they doing like a little customization
right shit. Right on the spot,
yeah, and they do it. So it was like, yo, Fab, come to the sprinkle me real quick. They want
to sprinkle me real quick. Fuck they talking about, you heard?
That's why context is
so babe, bitch. Fuck you talking about?
Made my shit in diamonds.
So listen to what I'm saying though. I get it, and maybe Fab probably realistically, I feel like Fab has earned his level of confidence of how he don't care. But just me looking like when you sit here, you think about just getting a fresh pack or something you order, and you pull the joint up, and I'm talking about literally the whole entire from the belt buckle on down. It's just bedazzled with the camo. I'm just like, nah. I'm not, me personally, I don't feel like I'm cool enough to play them type of games. I just be like, I ain't gonna sit here and say it's gonna be a waste of money. I just gotta figure out how to knock some of them Jones off. It was just too much for me. Like I don't have that level of fabulous confidence where I'm just gonna put it on and it just is what it is. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I just can't get jiggy with that shit. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Have y'all seen the Popeyes, the dude who went to Popeyes and he found the rubber in his junk in the chicken, the fried chicken? That shit looks so nasty. Like it looks, I'm talking about this nigga literally opened his chicken and it's literally ain't nothing but a whole goddamn rubber coming out of it. Oh man. Oh yeah, because when we talked about the movies earlier, I probably should have played this.
straight to DVD run. As an actor in Hollywood, were you cool with that, or was there a part of you that was like, man, I wish I was in these movies?
No, when we were doing it at first, there was a way, again, to not just be waiting on them. Along the line, you always grinding to try to do the studio thing, like which,
Fool's
Fool's
Gold,
Gold, High School High, and all them joints were a blessing. At some point, I figured out, you know what, I'm getting more gratification off my film we did for $150,000 than this $90 million budget for Fool's Gold. I had a good time. It was cool. But for me, it was more gratifying. But those few people who were there because they love what they do or they believe in me, that fueled me. That was my foundation. That's why you see a lot of our talented folks who still waiting around. I've always had that to lean back on and lean into to sustain myself. You know what I mean? So if they don't ever do anything with me again, I'm always going to be moving and grooving. And you got to ask yourself what success is to you. There's 100 other ways to be successful. You can make a film when you want, how you want, with who you want, and make good money for that film. Is that enough for you? Sometimes they make you feel like if this person or these people or that group don't say you're successful, then you're not successful. You ever think of how to just be making urban films and be making hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they be like, I gotta cross over. To what? Right. Life is good, bro. You crossed over. They need to cross over and come see you where you at. But that's just that mindset to where they trick you into thinking your success is not successful because you ain't defined it for yourself.
So I guess what made me, when I listened to that, and what again made me kind of think about just supporting whatever you like more, it kind of made me be like, damn, I remember buying bootleg movies from the DVD, and it kind of made me wonder, like, sometimes again when you sit here saying like how so many people be so pressed to kind of not put out their own stuff, and you waiting to getting a deal from Netflix or getting a deal from HBO Max, so feeling like you can't do nothing unless one of these big networks get behind you. And that's what make you kind of respect the people who just put their stuff out on Tubi, because it's like, if it's good, people gonna talk about it, and then eventually may get bought out or may get bigger again. Like when we talk about Kev on Stage has built such a huge platform for itself and kind of betting on himself and just keep putting stuff out on Tubi. And I mean, of course, we talked about this a million times from people from Detroit, that whole little movie scene going from YouTube to going to Amazon Prime and then going to Tubi, and them kind of almost like the Detroit people is kind of almost like the staple for Tubi movies, realistically, because you kind of know they at least put real effort into their jumps, where it's like, of course, it may not look as clean as, of course, something will be on like Netflix or your HBO Max or Hulu, but you kind of know the storylines will kind of carry whatever else they may be lacking on. And it kind of made me be like, damn, like back in the day, we kind of like, you put some of these people in some of these bootleg movies, like, man, you appreciated them. Again, I always sit here and talk about shit like Paid in Full. I don't necessarily know how many people have seen Paid in Full in the actual movie theaters, or did you see it from the bootleg, man? Or you sitting here saying where it's like, what's my other jump with Mad Max in it? Shotters. Like, think about how big some of those movies was. 9 times out of 10, most of them you seen them on bootleg. Even again, for Orange and the New Black, before Netflix was Netflix, niggas was watching Orange and the New Black from the bootleg, man, in the DVD jump. So again, it just kind of make me sit here and wonder, like, sometimes, like, damn, do people kind of need to get back to that type of energy? When you sitting here just putting shit out and just making sure your people can get it, and then it'll eventually, whatever it's meant to do is going to do after the people kind of get their hands on it and people can get the opportunity to kind of realistically talk about it. I haven't seen McGrew have in a minute. Like, what is that joint on? Because I remember, I think what kind of made me fall off from watching that joint as much as I used to watch it, I want to say they put it behind like a paywall. And I can't remember where they actually put it at behind the paywall. And I think that's what kind of kept me from watching. I can't remember if they put, what was that, like, I don't remember what season they started to put it behind the paywall, but I want to say, was it on Amazon and you kind of had to buy it to watch it? I can't remember. But again, I do think that's kind of where it and maybe I want to say, I forgot how much they was even charging to watch that jump, but that kind of will throw people off too. You kind of got to, I guess you got to be careful with that one, because if you get said and give people seasons for free for so many years, and then you kind of try to put it behind the paywall, it do make harder for people to sit here and run and want to go pay to watch it. And then I guess it also has to do with where you put it at to put it behind the paywall. Like if you put it on If you put it on YouTube or you maybe put it on Amazon Prime, it may be easier for people to just buy it and just keep watching it if they really locked in. But then I guess also it just a matter on what's that you say season 3 was on Tubi, but I think they watched it and still got to watch season 2. Okay, so yeah, maybe I need to check Tubi later on and see if I can find it, and then if it is on there, we can see and go back to it. Let's go to Tim's. We were talking about dressing earlier. Oh, I got 2 jokes. I got Mexican Jordans and Tim's.
And a sneakerhead, I used to wear Mexican Jordans, kind of like these. And I think this general phenomenon of Mexican Jordans speaks to the influence that Black Americans have on a lot of children of immigrants, because at least for me, my first window into America was through Black Americans. Outside of that influence at school and with my friends, my whole world was Brazilian. So Black sneaker culture has meant a lot to me since elementary school. And even back then, I implicitly understood the significance of the colorway, the model, and how that communicated your status, your taste, and your belonging. But my immigrant parents, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't understand any of this. They didn't recognize the cultural significance that sneakers carried.
Meaning they refused to drop like $200 on a shoe for me.
So the compromise was Mexican Jordans, which you could buy at the Nike outlet or at TJ Maxx. And in that way, I was able to still participate in sneaker culture. It's also very interesting that the term is Mexican Jordans, because I'm not even Mexican, I'm Brazilian, but Mexican now is referring to a generic racialized Latino kid from immigrant parents whose family does not necessarily understand the Black American culture that their kid is being exposed to in the world. Anyways, I'm valid now, but humble beginnings. Latina.
Shout out to my people in Boston, because I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I've ever heard somebody call the off-brand Jordans Mexican Jordans was definitely from people in Boston. Like I never even heard of that was a thing. And maybe again because I just live in the DMV area, so you really kind of don't see that many Mexican people. But when they sit here and said it, where it was like Mexican Jordans, and then you kind of really if you get around enough Mexican people who wear Jordans or Spanish people, again, because this young lady sit here and said I'm not Mexican, but she is Latino descent, where she kind of like that's the Jordans they bought. Like you to sit here and buy the cheapest ones. I'm not buying a pair of $200 Jordans. We'll get you these Jordans from Ross, and they may be on sale for like $30. So it's funny that that's what they call them, but it's just like when you see them, you get what they're saying. Like, okay, these are the off-brand ass Jordans, but I never heard nobody call them Mexican Jordans until I met people from Boston.
Hey, hip hop owns Tim's. We just shepherd it. Say more.
The Schwartz family who created Timberland would be the first to say, and they have, when they created the brand, the hip hop movement really picked it up and ran with it and really created and embedded it in the culture. And it was the yellow boot that was born in the same year hip hop was born. And so they've grown up together. And I would say no brand is more owned by its culture than Timberland is owned by the hip hop culture. And so we're very aware of that. I'm very aware of that. And I love that aspect of it. We try to really pay homage to it all the time because it's so important to the brand. In a way, a really strong brand, you don't really own it. The users who own it, especially those who feel most passionate about it. What you can do is contribute to that and support it. And that's what we do.
You say.
The funny thing is, I forgot, what was I listening to? I want to say I was listening to Ebro and them. And they were sitting here talking about how long it took for Timberland to actually come out and say this, because for a long time, a lot of people never really want to give like hip hop is credit for how they played a huge part in the sales, because you kind of, sometimes with the ego. But then again, when Timberland's kind of hit that little portion where they may not have been as popular as it was before, then that's when they kind of started to reach out and started to do more collaborations with hip-hop artists and get them their own Timbs, or maybe sit here and do like a collaboration one-off jump to kind of give them their own little Timberland. So again, shout out to Timbs for even eventually, it may have took them a long time to come along with it, but they eventually did come out and sit here and give hip-hop his credit for that. I wonder, what was it? It was another big story that was kind of floating around on the internet. Well, not kind of, it's floating on the internet, was the David story. And I'm sure people, maybe if you're not paying attention, if you don't follow the, what's my girl name? I'm a lawyer, but if you don't follow her, I don't necessarily know how many people are actually even still paying attention to the David trial, but that trial is kind of already going underway. And I believe it was a police officer who sit here and took the stand and was sitting here telling people that the mom and dad for both sets of kids, for David and for the young lady Celeste who lost her life, they knew about them being in a relationship together, because even for Celeste to be able to get a passport and go out of the country, her parents had to sign off for that. So he been dating, and you got to think about this young lady lost her life when she was 14. He was dealing with her even before she turned 14. So you talking about this nigga, he 21 now. So you saying I want to say he was dealing with her like maybe for like 3 years or something crazy like that. So he started messing with her when she was 17. I want to say, I mean, he was 17. She might have been like 11. So for even just for that in the mix where it's like, that's what I was sitting here saying. Like, there's no way in hell you could sit here and say like, he deserved the death penalty, but realistically, all of them deserve to be in jail. You can't sit here and say you was okay with your 11-year-old daughter dealing with somebody 17, 18 years old and you don't deserve no time too. Like, how the hell do that make sense? Like, there's no way in hell you can sit here and say he should be the only person going to jail. No, he should go. He definitely, if the death penalty is on the table for him, he should definitely get his ass locked up and he should definitely get everything coming to him. But her mother and father should not be able to just get off like that. Like, that shit to me, like, it should be the same way people want to sit here and be upset with the girls who was dealing with R. Kelly and their parents. You should even be, at least them women are still alive. This girl lost her life. Her parents need to go do some real fucking time. There ain't no way on God's green earth you sitting here telling me that they gonna be able to get the escape free and he just got to do the only person to catch the blame for that. Ain't no way in hell. Her parents definitely should be locked up.
Do you think the death penalty really justified, or him sitting in jail?
Because I think if they did it faster, I think they take too long to do it. Because I think sometimes people will be on death row for like 20 years.
But I feel like you're suffering more than just the death. You know what I'm saying? Like, you having to sit in there and think about like, damn, I made this mistake. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I think, I don't know, man, for shit like that, for what he did, I be feeling like that nigga deserted like that off the rip. Like, don't even hold him. Like, no. They should, as soon as he get found guilty, I'd be feeling like they should speed the process up. Like, don't make somebody sit in jail for 20 years and then they get opportunity to think about what they did and repent and all. No. When you find him guilty, especially just for him in general, I ain't saying for every case, everything could be different at his own speed. But for him in general, soon as they find this nigga guilty, they should pack him up and put him to whatever, like in 2 months. Like, give him 5 months. Give him 5 months before you execute him. But after that 5 months, nigga, get him up out of here, dog. Like, that was a little ass girl, dog. And even in every picture you see of her, she looked like a little ass girl. Like, come on, man. Fuck no. Get this nigga out of here. Pack his ass up immediately. We talked about Beauty and Black last week, right? Getting another season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. What else is going on in the world? I feel like I'm talked about Power going to Netflix. All dudes gym. I ain't gonna lie, this kind of gay.
The thing about the men-only gyms came across my feed, and I knew that I had to read the whole article because I had a feeling that this would be the most closeted MAGA man thing ever, and the article did not disappoint. This was the article: men-only gyms seek to protect Christian men from lust. And these men who open these gyms in this article are presenting it under the guise of that they cannot work out in a regular gym because there's too many naked women there, and it's making them so lustful. One man couldn't keep his eyes off the women so much that he had to quit 4 gyms. And another guy couldn't stop cheating on his wife because, the gym, there's ladies there and they can't control themselves, just as any good Christian man. But then in reading their quotes, it sounded more like they didn't really lust after the women as much as they said. Maybe that wasn't the reason they opened these. I'm going to read the quotes and let you be the judge. One of the men who opened one of those men-only gyms is Mitch Parsons. And Mitch was sick of being in gyms where nakedness was shoved in his face. And he dreams of, quote, a place where Christian men gather, sharpen each other, and are formed under the fear of the Lord. His vision is for men to sharpen each other in brotherhood. And he suggests that real sharpening requires daily proximity to other faithful men.
It just is too gay for me, period. There's nothing about me will ever want me to sit here and go to a all fucking dude gym. Just perfect example. In the example I gave y'all to sit here saying, like, I would be mad as shit if I'm on the treadmill and right in front of me is a fucking Stairmaster and I gotta look at a fucking nigga walking up and, man, fuck you. I'm never in my life going to no all nigga gym. Do you know how mad I would be if I had to look at a nigga in front of me on a fucking Stairmaster, dog? Man, man, y'all crazy as shit. Y'all niggas can lie to yourself. You can say, well, I don't want to hear again, no disrespect to the Lord, but you ain't about to sit here and try to hide this behind some Christian belief. I'm a praying, godly nigga. I post every man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to no gym with a bunch of niggas. Ain't no way in hell, dog. I'm cool. I don't even like being in the locker room because I be feeling like some of y'all niggas be getting the saucy Santana and that motherfucker. I'm cool, dog. I don't want to see. I can't even imagine what an all men's gym would look like and smell like. Because it's a difference. Like if you go to LA Fitness, some Jones got the co-ed saunas. That shit don't never stink. When you go to the LA Fitness and there's just niggas in that joint, man, and the sauna could be 100 times hotter, but that shit stinks so bad because niggas is just dirty and nasty as shit. I don't want to go to no fucking all man's gym. Just off of the strength of my nose, I appreciate the co-ed sauna because women ain't never, because guess what women gonna do? If that motherfucking sauna stinks too much, they gonna sit here and complain and motherfuckers gonna come in and clean that sauna up on hours when it's not busy. So you never gonna go into that sauna and it's gonna smell like niggas been beating their meat and shit all day. But you go into a jump, niggas ain't never know that this is again what's fucked up about men. Men ain't never gonna complain about how bad that shit stink, and you just gonna be in that sauna and it's just gonna smell like a bunch of bussy in there. Man, I'm cool, dog. Y'all niggas crazy as shit. You ain't about to sit here and put this on God and sit here and say y'all trying to have some godly man. Kiss my ass, dog. Y'all niggas is crazy. I ain't even going for that one.
Baton Rouge police are looking for a woman accused of hiding her teenage boyfriend, the same boy who shot her in the face. Police say 31-year-old Charlitria Thomas lied to officers about knowing where the 15-year-old was and then drove him to Mississippi. A Mississippi trooper stopped the car December 31st and arrested the teen on charges including attempted second-degree murder and armed robbery. Thomas now faces a warrant for accessory after the fact.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people just crazy. Some people just deserve certain shit. Like this lady is 31 years old, dealing with a 15-year-old, and you sit here saying that this nigga shot whatever this. Don't look for her, dog. Just allow that lady to just figure it out on her own. Like you shouldn't be looking for this lady. You shouldn't like that type of motherfucker. Don't even need to be in jail. Like that's somebody you just let them figure it out on life. Life will sit here and get them out of here.
She was the one who called the police, right? And then you.
Well, why you like man? Come on.
Yeah, that don't make sense. You called the police. And then you going to help
the shit that be throwing me off with people like I'm never that horny. And I feel like I'm a horny ass person. But when you sitting here saying like kids, like, come on, dog. She 31. What the fuck is a 15-year-old gonna do for you? Like this is what I'm just saying. Just think about this. Like for the horniest person on planet Earth. Think about when you sit here and you was like in high school and the way you used to fuck when you was in high school compared to you now as an adult. Like, if I'm a 31-year-old, what would sit here and make me sit here and say, I want to fuck somebody in high school?
But you got to think of some people's mindset might, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't grow up. Like, their mindset might be still young.
Man, fuck that, nigga. I still want some good sex. Like, I'm not trying, like, no. And when I was 15, you just on some jackrabbit shit. Eating pussy was disgusting to you. Like, you ain't even think, well, I'm old. So when I was 15, that shit wasn't even an option. So I can't even imagine, like, some grown-ass woman wanting to do with my jackrabbit ass. Like, you just trying, like, you don't even know how to stroke for real. You just... That's the whole entire time. This all you doing. You just trying to make a bunch of noise because you don't know no fucking better. So like, what the fuck would make my girl like? Come on, dog. You just too like some shit you can't explain to me because it's like I know I've been 15 before. I remember how I used to fuck when I was 15 compared to me as an adult. So nothing about my adult brain gonna make me sit here and give a fuck about a kid.
But don't you think the 15-year-olds see more now than you did when you was 15?
I don't give a fuck. Niggas still don't know how to fuck. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. You get better with sex the more sex you have. That's the reason why motherfuckers don't be like, you don't never hear people bragging about being virgins. Or I want to just sit here and like I want my wife to be a virgin. I would not. Again, that's why you like people say it jokingly, like I wouldn't like I'd rather turn a hoe into a housewife or have a woman that got some bodies because then you know actually how to fuck. I don't want to sit here and fuck with some like because you've been on social media and you didn't seen somebody fuck. Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to watch porn too. Read magazines and all. I mean, look at the pictures. That shit ain't make you a better fucker. You become better at sex from having sex. At 15, I ain't even still get enough pussy. What are we talking about? I don't give a fuck what you can see. You ain't got enough. So your experience is going to be some shit. It's just like if you was playing sports, you get better at shooting threes the more threes you shoot. I just shoot 1 3 once a game. Like I'm not going to be good at that shit. How many times is a 15-year-old that actually got some cheeks for this mother, like for somebody 31 to sit here and you let the nigga shoot you and you still trying to crack, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, that's the type of people who need to be in a fucking mental home. Another story that was floating around, and it kind of tied back into what we was talking about last week. I don't never want to go to LA, dog. I'm cool. I'm telling y'all, nothing about LA, any of these stories you hear, and I don't even care if you don't believe them. Just the fact that these stories is even on the fucking internet is the reasons why I never want to go to LA. So for people who don't know what I'm talking about, Big U is a huge, big time Crip gang leader. He's locked up right now on a federal RICO charge, and they trying to throw all types of shit at him. So one of the stories that's floating around, and this is why some people feel like Whack 100 is a fucking rat, because it's like, he been told this story before. He told this story before, and he kind of made it seem like he was the one that was pressing Future out. So now this story has resurfaced, and they're sitting here saying the feds have put this story out and sitting here saying that Big U and Whack 100 chased Future down while Future was with Sierra. So this was many years ago, because you got to think about Future and Sierra ain't been together in a brick. They're something about to fucking go to high school. So that, I mean, about to go to college. So that lets you know how long ago this was. But now this story is re-coming up while they got Big U in custody and sitting here trying to use this for the extortion perk, saying that Big U used to extort niggas, and basically sitting here telling this story about Future, sitting here saying this was a perfect example of him trying to extort Future.
It ain't adding up because, for one, dude wasn't attacked in no airport. 2, wasn't no homeboys there. 3, it was a conversation. 4, we all got on the bread eye going to Atlanta. I came back. I landed that day, 6 in the morning, whatever time, and I came back that day. Big U stayed a week. Future stayed in Atlanta as well, so ain't no days later he got his ass whooping LAX because the nigga wasn't in LA.
They're alluding to the story you told about Future, and
I'm always telling the story. For one, it wasn't no extortion. It was a real deal. That was a real debt, and it really got paid. And Future ain't even the one that paid it. I've always said that. Future didn't pay that debt. He got paid the next day. If a motherfucker owes some money, you see a motherfucker, you gonna holler at a motherfucker, but motherfucker saying he was assaulted and all that, like, what you get, that's all cap. It ain't that.
My only thing is, again, sometimes be like, niggas be too old for certain shit that even kind of even be just like floating on the internet. Like, why do you want these stories to kind of be floating around with your name attached to them? Because the niggas eventually just gonna want to get your ass locked up. But hold on, let me see.
Remember, Whack 100 told us this story about, ask Future, like, me and Big U ran into him and Sierra at LAX, and he had owed Trick some money. I chased Future, and Future was running from me through the whole thing. I chased him onto the jet bridge. That's got to be a lie. That story sounds so much as a lie. Well, the feds have now put that story in Big U's indictment. They actually mentioned that Whack, well, I don't know if they mentioned Whack. They might have just like put him as an abbreviation, but they mentioned the incident where Big U and Whack were chasing Future, and they claim that's part of the extortion plot, which, by the way, I think Whack might stop telling that story now, because the story that he's told a bunch, the feds have officially alleged it as an overt offense for extortion, which is crazy. It's kind of crazy. So pretty much, they have put that in the indictment.
And that's what make, to me, I guess, and that's what make people feel saying something is fishy with Whack. Because how do you sit here and tell this story? And he just told this story a couple times. Like, again, it's he just said it in person, and it was on, I want to say he was on No Jumper when he originally told this story. And now, like, I can play literally an audio of him telling this story again on the phone, not to academics, which he just did, but it was on another radio show. Here you go.
Freaking Big U was real close at the time, right? Hey, Future.
Like, you even keep telling that story to me, make niggas be like, damn, why the fuck they ain't come and lock you up? Because again, when you get locked up in some of these indictments, for even some people who may be following the Yellow Beezy trial, again, rest in peace to Mo 3. Again, Yellow Beezy is on trial right now for paying on a hit to get Mo 3 killed. They sit here trying to, use a lot of Mo 3's. I want to say not Mo 3, but Yellow Beezy's Breakfast Club interview. And he also did a Vlad interview that they sitting here trying to use those in court, where they sitting here saying, like, trying to tie it in. Because I want to say he did an interview, and man, Vlad is a funny nigga. Vlad basically asked him, like, hey, do you know Mo 3? He's a popular Dallas rapper. And Yellow Beezy kept it playing. Like, I don't know him. I ain't never heard of him. You sure he from Dallas or whatever case? And kind of try to downplay it. And again, Vlad gonna be Vlad. So he tried to play a clip of Mo 3 sitting here telling about anyway, all that being said is they're sitting here trying to use all of this backup information to basically fry Yellow Beezy. And that just, to me, is just like certain shit where it's like, I don't necessarily know if some of y'all niggas should just keep telling all these stories for just like for clicks and views, because again, eventually the Fed's gonna use that shit. And then what you gonna do is like, how you can't walk them back. You can't walk some of these stories back, and you didn't sit here and then went on all these different platforms and told them, or you didn't use all of these songs and use these moments, and you didn't sit here and played these songs, and people that heard you sit here and talk about these things. It's like, how do you walk it back now after you didn't sit here and played it? I didn't play this clip last week. Did I? Want the dude talk about?
I know you niggas remember right when it happened. This nigga Trap Boy Freddy on the freeway. Man, who the fuck got this freeway blocked out, man? Woo, 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 woo. Acting like he done, you know what I'm saying, had something to do with it. Dropping dead songs, all this bullshit, right? And Yella Beezy over there quiet in a bit. I know Yella Beezy probably like, God damn, bitch, now they gonna know me. But Trap Boy like, nah, you good, fam. They ain't gonna be able to catch you, bro. Cause I'm acting like I did it, but I know I ain't had nothing to do with it. So shit, you gonna be all right, cuz I'm gonna take the heat off you. They gonna think it's me. Whole time they ain't gonna find nothing on me, cause he knew they ain't had shit on him, cause he never did nothing. It was Yella the one that did this shit, right? Well, allegedly it was Yella that did it, right? So the feds trying to find anything. That's the reason why this nigga Trap Boy got hit up. Y'all remember when the Fed raided this nigga and they took his Tiger and shit, and then he caught that felon in possession firearm and went to prison for that shit to the feds. That's why they raided that nigga, because they couldn't find shit on that nigga, and they was trying to get anything on that nigga, but they couldn't find nothing on him. Couldn't find out. Now niggas talking, the niggas that got jammed up, everything that led back to Yella. But before this shit happened though, this nigga, Trap Boy was doing all his rapping and Yella was just quiet. But after like 3 years, this nigga Yella like, God damn, bro, I guess I done got away. And that's when he started dissing. He did that song like, hey, nigga, this on me, come up, man. I ain't playing. Y'all remember that little diss or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? So he thought he was good, you know what I'm talking about? And that's why he started dissing or whatever, thinking, and little did he know these niggas was lining up all the cards. And hey, stupid. I don't got nothing against Trap. I don't got nothing against Yella. I was always a fan of Mo3 music, a fan of Yella music. I don't really fuck with Trap Boy's music, Trap Boy Freddy's music, but I got respect for the nigga. You know, he come from the same shit I come from, trapping. You know what I'm talking about? So a nigga can't do nothing but respect the nigga or whatever. But, oh no, fuck Yella. I ain't gonna say fuck Yella, because y'all remember when Mo3 hit up Yella on that freeway. Y'all remember that song? Dear Lord, he damn near died on that freeway. And Yella was all fucked up. You know, that's part of the game. You know what I'm talking about? So nigga ain't gonna be biased and shit. Except Yella didn't die. If Yella would have died, Mo3 would have been still alive right now. But it went the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna.
It's just like when all of this information is just out on the internet and niggas just be freely just getting on these shows and just talking about this shit. I'm like, bro, like y'all niggas can't be that desperate for likes and views and that desperate to sit here and be ready to go to jail. Like that to me just be like, slow down, my nigga. Like again, and the crazy thing is where it's like with some of these stories, it's like if you're not a real fan of none of these people, or if you don't follow like smaller blog pages, this shit don't get picked up like on the Shade Room, and you ain't gonna hear like your Joe Buttons or to hear these conversations come up on the Breakfast Club and shit like this. So for some of these niggas, it's gonna be like, was it even really worth it? Where you will end up sitting here getting 25 to life for 30 something years. Your music wasn't slapping like that. Like let's sit here and say if Yellow Beezy get found guilty. I'm sure none of y'all don't even know no Yellow Beezy songs. You may sit here and remember what's that what the fuck was the name of that joint? It's on me, baby, whatever that one song. How much money y'all think he gonna make off that one song if he get a 30 ball? He ain't Lil Durk. Like Lil Durk got catalogs. People love Lil Durk. Lil Durk has been on tours, arena tours off the dolo. It's a little bit different. Everybody ain't Lil Durk, so you get sitting here, gotta go do a 30 or 20 years. Nigga, it's gonna be over for you. And y'all niggas was just tipping on these fucking interviews, sitting here just like giving out, dry snitching on your fucking self. Like that shit to me is some of the dumbest shit, period, because it's just like, you ain't even have enough music for that shit. And I understand them niggas had real street beef, so it's kind of like maybe Yellow Beezy won't give a fuck. Because if you feel like Mo3 really tried to have somebody smash you on the highway, then you might not care. Like if you sit here, let's take the rap shit out of it, and let's just put this regular in the regular street shit. And if you just carrying it just like a regular street nigga, then Yellow Beezy may be able to take his charges on the chin and don't even care about it. But if you kind of still trying to tie it in with the rap shit, it just be like, man, leave that shit off the interviews and off the songs, dog. Like, oh, you just gonna be looking fucking nuts. What else is going on in the world? I guess let's go to DJ Envy real quick. I hope they don't sit here because this nigga DJ Envy. One thing I can respect about, I'm gonna sit here and say I can respect about DJ Envy. He ain't never going to fucking let Charlamagne sit here and be able to up him, but so fucking much. Damn, did I sit here and say the jump? I'm about to be mad if I ain't save it. But anyway, for people who maybe, if you didn't listen to the Breakfast Club this week, they were sitting here talking about, and it's kind of funny because we talked about the moisturizing shit, but they was talking about taking a shower. I want to say I think it started with Eric Benet. He was in the jump talking about niggas taking baths and properly washing their butt or whatever the case may be. So DJ Envy sit here, go on the Breakfast Club and sit here and say he didn't know how to properly wash his ass until him and his wife was in the shower one day, and then she put the washcloth and just really like put it up his ass for real and really wash his butt the right way. It just be certain shit where it be like, dog, some shit I just cannot say. Like it just, and maybe that's why the Breakfast Club is the Breakfast Club, and that's why, and again, where it's like for DJ Envy, you kind of always want to kind of have your moment, but it's like I be knowing his wife and kids be like, bro, can you just like, come on, dad? Like everything ain't got to be sitting told. Like you sitting here basically, because now a nigga's going to sit here and think about two things. One, pause. Niggas going to sit here and think about your wife sitting here taking this fucking rag and sticking her finger up in your asshole. And then you to just sit here and come on like as a grown ass man and repeat that shit. Like, bro, it's just some shit. I don't even want people to be able to picture that. I don't want niggas to sit here and be able to imagine my wife taking a wash rag and taking it, putting it on her finger, and she's sticking her finger up in my butthole, dog. Like, fuck, I don't want people to think about that. Because that's what niggas, for people to make it a joke and laugh at it, y'all imagine DJ Envy wife taking a wash rag, putting it on her finger, and sticking her, man, come on. DJ Envy was a wild nigga. But we didn't get to talk about animals yet. Y'all know I sit here and said I was going to try to add this in once a week. So this one is kind of a little bit different, and it make me sit here and wonder that people have too much compassion for animals. So it's in California, if they have a huge, I'm talking about OD case of fucking wild coyotes. So it's an empty building where they building it up, and it's coyotes just in the jump. But the crazy thing is, of course, you know, in California, people be out there walking and they be jogging, and people got their dogs. So some people scared, but I'm kind of like, I just don't blow this shit up, or somebody come take a gun and just like have coyote for a fucking week for dinner. I think people be just, because I can't imagine, just imagine, like, especially if you got a little dog, or even if I'm a jogger. No, these coyotes in that joint deep as shit, like a gang. It's like 20 coyotes, and they just on different floors, because this is like a town. I can't even say like it's a townhouse or it's an apartment building. It look like a townhouse. Like they building up a townhouse, but the coyotes is just literally like just on every floor, and they just laying there, just lamped up. Like, nigga, it's, man, fuck no. Man, people be too nice to these animals. But let me play this clip.
You said they building something?
Yeah, look at this shit.
It's the howl of coyotes who have set up residence in this abandoned construction project in West Hollywood.
All the time, they're howling and hooting, you know what I mean? They're like, you know.
Neighbors have nicknamed the 3-year-old abandoned construction site the Coyote Condo. After the animals took over the vacant property at Romaine Street and North Spalding Avenue, Ryan has a coyote story. You actually came face to face with a coyote.
And I survived. I looked the coyote dead in his face, and it looked right back at me. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just go that way.
Ryan says he didn't get far before this happened.
And I was just walking down to my house over here down the street. I swear I saw like 3 coyotes trying to circle me over here. I was a little frightened, I can't lie. And then I started booking it. I was like, I gotta go home. I can't be attacked by some coyotes, you know what I'm saying?
Unlike Ryan, most residents we talk to say they're more concerned about the nightly howling rather than being attacked by a coyote.
Coyotes are skittish. No, coyotes don't attack humans. Their main prey is small animals. It's generally California ground squirrels, gophers, chipmunks, and bunnies.
Video shared by residents show coyotes lounging on balconies, strolling around without a care in the world. Animal advocates say they understand residents' concerns, and they say there's a safe way to get the coyotes to move along.
The best way to get them to move out of this area is to exclude and deter. And by exclude, I mean we make it so they can't go under, over, or through the fencing. And to deter is after we've excluded them from the fencing, we go inside and we deter them by basically hazing and scaring them out. We leave one exit for them, and we herd them all in that direction, and we get them out of the building, and then secure that one last gate.
Again, this is what I'm saying, and this is when I sit here and say that people just be loving animals too much. I'm sorry. If this was me and I lived in that area and I seen all them coyotes, I'm telling y'all for the rest of the summer going into the winter, for Thanksgiving, we having coyote. For Christmas, New Year's Eve, we having coyote. There's no way, especially if I had a little dog, fuck that. I'm gonna go to Walmart, go get me a little shotgun for like $120, $180 or whatever the shotgun's running for in 2026. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be having me a fucking coyote feast. I'm not sitting here changing my routine around for these fucking coyotes just laid up in this goddamn abandoned townhouse. I don't even know what why they not doing the construction work. Where the fuck is the construction workers not sitting here trying to chase these coyotes out? Because them niggas just in that joint just chilling, and this lady sitting here.
Lost their permissions. That's why it's abandoned.
And this lady sitting here coming up with all these little fancy ass ways to get rid of the coyote. Man, y'all. I mean, that's why. That's why I'm like, fuck these white people because they be blowing
shit. I mean, what you expect? Y'all cut down the trees. I mean,
you got all this fucking. You got all this love for this fucking coyote. And real quick, man, Lil Duval is a wild nigga. I respect that a nigga kind of just say shit that kind of just be on his mind and the internet. But to sit here and play and sit here and say that you never seen, basically sitting here saying that Brittany Renner was never pretty. She was just a light-skinned girl who was on the internet at the right time before everybody else is kind of disrespectful. One is disrespectful because I don't think and even that was Brittany Renner's response where it's like, Lil Duval has never been no fucking bodies like, oh, he's the sexiest man. Like bitches is just lining up to give Lil Duval some pussy. Like that to me is kind of crazy. And it was just like random as shit. Like you just randomly tweeted, oh, Brittany Renner ain't never been pretty to me. Like what the fuck? You could have kept that shit to yourself, put that shit in the group chat. Why the fuck do you gotta come on the timeline and sit here and say that I ain't mad at Brittany Renner? I would have violated that nigga even worse than that. You just randomly sitting here saying that I don't look good. Like you nigga, you crazy as shit. But anyway, real quick, because we did talk about firing and you sit here talking about Ryan Clark. So you know some people kind of got upset that fucking Tony Romo got pulled over for a slight DUI.
Slight? Shit ain't no slight. That nigga was fucked up.
You felt like he was drunk? He was doing push-ups and some more shit. Well, let me play it for people who ain't seen it.
Any head injuries?
Excuse me?
Any head injuries recently? Any concussions?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
No, with a real John, where he actually was doing I'm mad as shit. I thought I saved you. But anyway, he was doing push-ups. What else he was doing? They had him doing push-ups. They had him doing a bunch of like little jumps to kind of prove that he wasn't messed up. But he got suspended from CBS. And people was like, it's crazy that he gets suspended and then Ryan. I mean, of course, in CBS and ESPN is two different jumps, so the networks ain't the same. But I don't even necessarily, I get. Tony Romo kind of good at his job, so I'm kind of surprised that they even suspended him for that. Like maybe that's just suspend him. I mean, you still 6 weeks out, so maybe you just suspend him for the preseason and he'll be back by the time. So you still literally, you got 6 weeks from now to kind of get it together. But I mean, niggas get drunk. I ain't sitting here saying, or even high. I'm not saying it's cool for you to get drunk or get high to drive, but I don't necessarily know if I should lose my job or even get my job suspended because what I'm doing on my off time. And especially if I ain't hurt nobody. Like I ain't hurt nobody. I just got pulled over and I got a ticket. If I gotta go take a class, then cool, let me take my class. But I don't necessarily know if Tony Romo should be losing it. I mean, well, he ain't lose his job, but even get his job suspended for that one. And other news, Stephen A. Smith apologized to Kyrie Irving for how he rode Kyrie Irving for damn near like for 2 years for not wanting to get vaxxed. I mean, of course, that's one of the huge stories that's floating around with Fauci and whatever the case may be. I ain't about to sit here and do no crazy deep dive on it because I don't want none of my shit to get flagged. But I think Stephen A. Smith is a sucker, period. I say that a million times. And even the reason why Ryan Clark sitting here saying he lost his job, telling y'all that he felt like he couldn't be black on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith kind of like, he'd been proved that point for us. And I think Ryan Clark getting fired and Ryan Clark even saying what happened and how he felt like he got fired kind of just doubled down for people to feel like what they think about Stephen A. Smith kind of proved their point. And even for Stephen A. to feel like now you sitting here trying to like, nigga, you was trying to get Kyrie out of the league. Like, think about it. For people who didn't like live and hear that in real time, like, nigga, Stephen A. I'm talking about dragging it on Kyrie. He was on First Take every single day. Kyrie is so selfish. He's sitting here fucking up the team and they had a chance to get a championship and he just because he don't want to sit here and be like everybody else, like he was sitting here, I'm talking about horn Kyrie Irving out to sit here and try to like bully him to do something to his body that he didn't want to do. Like, go back and really listen to some of that. Like, go on YouTube and put in Stephen A. Smith going on Kyrie Irving when he was in the Brooklyn Nets. Like, man, he was dragging the shit out of Kyrie Irving. And now for you to sit here and say, fucking nigga, I done been out of Brooklyn for damn near, what, like 3 seasons now. So you sit here trying to give me this weak-ass apology 3 years later is crazy to me. Like, man, Stephen A. Smith is a cold-blooded fucking sucker, dog. Ain't no other way to sit here and explain that shit. Like, let's go into back to Queen Naja real quick before we get out of here.
You want to split the bill or pay for each meal? Which how?
Our meal.
They gave us $20 for second day. So they took it off that whole bill.
That's y'all know.
Okay.
Y'all know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So then. Yeah, we can just split it by couple.
Y'all was the.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
We tell us like, hey, I want to go. We get our shit. We get our shit. They don't pop a lot. They don't pop a lot.
They said Trey trying to save us because they can't see your neck anyway. Yeah, we could.
Yeah, no pressure.
I mean, I don't know. Then that mean we gotta like, let me see.
Yeah. But they're gonna come back.
Here, take a picture of it, add it up. Also, or bring your phone so that each person can start adding it up.
We like.
They should have just like, and then I got, and then we got
I ain't gonna lie to you because the sound ain't clear enough, so I don't want to sit here and keep dragging it. But Queen Naja and I guess Clarence and some other people were out on a dinner date as couples, and the bill came back as $1,300. And I mean, again, Queen Naja is Queen Naja. I didn't see who the other people was on camera with her, but she is the one on stream. Do I think it's kind of foul that people feel like? I mean, I'm sure they feel like she got it. You was just a streamer university. You be streaming all the time. You still got songs that people like. You still are a celebrity. But I do think it's fucked up that y'all feel like the Queen Naja was supposed to off the rip feel the $1,300 bill. But then it's kind of embarrassing because she on stream, you streaming live, and y'all sitting here arguing about $1,300. And again, I guess it depends on who your audience is. Because if your audience is like got common sense, like somebody like me, I don't necessarily know Queen Naja got like $1,300 to just be forking up at a dinner and be paying for all these people's food. But I'm sure her friends feel like, nigga, you Queen Naja. Again, you was just on streaming university. You should be able to hold this $1,300 bill down. But again, to me, it's kind of nuts. Like, I'm not about to be live on stream as Queen Naja and be arguing with niggas over a $1,300 bill. Cut the stream off and then you can argue with niggas or pay the $1,300 and argue with them later. But I'm not about to do both on fucking stream. So now it's on all the blog pages. But again, I'm sure if older people watching this, I don't necessarily know how many people feel like Queen Naja got $1,300 just to be wasting like that. So some people may not feel like, oh, that's like on some broke shit. But then I'm sure some people who watching that shit and be like, man, y'all acting broke as shit right now.
I don't think it's about acting broke. Like, you came out, you ordered all this food. Like, what the hell am I paying the tab for? Don't matter if I got it.
It just seemed like a crazy ass fucking, for you to be any type of celebrity to kind of have like that type of like little back and forth on a live stream. Did you control? I would have cut that shit off. Like, that shit is kind of embarrassing.
But they like I said, their engagement.
What you mean?
For the engagement, we talking about it. People, the clicks and views.
I guess I don't want.
That's just like what's name? I think who was it? DDG and what's my man? They was sitting there going back and forth talking about, oh, who paying for this for on a yacht? Oh, you guys, and he was like, oh, it's just $500. He was like, yeah, but I just paid such. Like I said, it's their engagement.
Yeah, I don't know if all engagement, good engagement. Oh, real quick, because we didn't talk about when I should have brought this up when I was talking about when I was talking about Yella Beezy. YG. So I mean, again, we talked about this kind of last week when YG got picked up right before the verses for basically having something allegedly to do with Draco the Ruler's stabbing. What was that in the 2021 still stabbing? And so of course, again, that stabbing happened 5 years ago. He got picked up, but somebody sitting here trying to put out and sit here and say, matter of fact, not somebody. It was what's my man name? Glasses Malone. Glasses Malone tried to put this out and say Drake has something to do with this.
He can spend that money and fuck with YG Life. He can spend that money and fuck with YG Life. Let me tell you what his mark ass is doing. He's spending money and financing Draco campaign to try to fuck with this boy Life and get him arrested because he mad about a battle. He started playing me like that because I swear to God, that little shit will get shot up and all that shit. I'll make his life horrible. All that shit he living in out here, cuz that shit will get burnt up. See, the difference is, cuz, it's like real power. See, that's rented power. You rent it, you pay for it. Real power, cuz, is when it's actually real, when niggas will do it for you just for the measure.
That part.
You don't want me to start kicking cuz back in. You don't want me to start announcing to the world exactly what type of hoe ass shit he doing. See, y'all be fans of cuz, and y'all want me to go. I'm not really tripping about, it's not an important topic, cuz. You wanted to do it. This ain't no conspiracy. This is a fact. See, he can spend that money and fuck with YG.
And YG reposted this and said, I hope this ain't true. I mean, again, I don't necessarily know. I'm not in the industry. I don't live in California, so I don't necessarily know how Glasses Malone could even get this information. And I wouldn't even know. I mean, Drake, did Drake have a song with him? I think Drake did have a song with him. I just don't. I hope, like, in your mind, I guess.
Because what's that other dude? Top 5 or whatever that could have. I think he said something about it too.
Oh, saying that this true? This
No,
story is true?
he was saying, tell YG to stop playing for you before you come out to LA. So it got to be something to it.
I guess just as a Drake fan, you will hope that that's not true, because that's just some hoe ass shit. Like, if you were sitting here, like, you can't see if you helping get the feds on a nigga, like, that to me some sucker shit. I can't respect that. It's just, that shit is corny, especially if you talking about it's just literally over some diss song type of shit because you felt like YG didn't choose you in a battle. That to me is just kind of gay. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't care. You could be the biggest Drake fan in the world. You can't sit here and tell me you could try to come up with some type of excuse for that one. Yeah, that one is it. I don't really got too much else on the plate. I guess I can end it with I end it with this gentleman right here, but I ain't got too much else for y'all.
Seeing clips of Brandon Tatum covering the Nolan Wells story, suggesting that we need to stop interjecting race. He claims he doesn't hate black people. He just simply believes in accountability. Now, Brandon, can I call you Brandon? You accuse black people of interjecting race as though race is just some random interruption inserted into otherwise neutral circumstances. You can't interject something that is already deeply embedded in the structure. And your obvious inability to comprehend that structure does not make the structure.
Hey, real quick, Erica, do you be on TikTok enough? Do you know who the Woo lady is? Have you seen her? It's a lady who live in Miami, and she be teaching girls how to to find tricks in Miami.
Nah, she's never come across my timeline.
Oh man, fuck! Before I play this, I gotta just hold on. Damn, where the Woo lady at? Because I've been hearing people talk about her for a minute, but I never really seen it. But then for some reason, randomly, it just this week it came on my timeline like 2 or 3 different times. Once she got into it with what's my man's name? She got into it with Benadon, and she also got into it with somebody else.
Yeah, you need to stop that. That's why Jade and all them unfollow you, sitting there talking to everybody, man. Everybody who cute, man, you talk to all they men and you know what? I'm disappointed in you. You next time you get on live, I want you to tell them how you was talking to a married man. Tell them how you was talking to Cardi B husband. And you know they married. You old young nappy. Cuban links. He wants pictures in my cars. I gotta drive to 6 hotels to do 25,000 photos, and he's always playing that old stupid music. I don't want to hear Trina. I don't want to listen to Foxy Brown. I don't even know who that is. You talk about everybody. And then you was friends with Ari. How you friends with Ari? Moneybag was trying to talk to you when you was 17 years old. How you friends with Ari? And you be talking to G Herbo. I'm just trying to figure out why G Herbo when he got married. You talk to Tati. Calling, telling you loving her, you begging her, all this stuff. Y'all better leave me alone. Go get Tati. Somebody better get on this phone right now because the contract is breached. I can say whatever I want to say. That's what somebody better call her. Don't call my phone no more unless you want to go to court. I'm going to say what I want to say, when I want to say, how I want to say it. Get the judge ready to go. I want to go to court. Proof, evidence, witnesses. I can't make none of this shit up. And y'all, the record label, y'all got all the proof. I gave it to y'all on my cell phone. I downloaded it and y'all took it all and made me sign. Yeah, I want to go to court now, though, because y'all don't know how to do this right. And I tried to be out of respect because I was having relations with one of your attorneys. But because one of the attorneys want to sit here and play in my face and he's not doing anything about this contract being breached, I feel like you on their side.
Again, sometimes I know everybody don't be into some of this like super extremely messy shit, but you got to find some of these smaller blogs because some of these people ain't famous enough to make the shade room, but their fucking stories be 100 times better. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
Because me and him never had a motherfucking conversation about Tati not once. And you said, ask me in my fucking line. That's the truth. No, it's not the truth. Because me and him never had a motherfucking conversation about Tati not once.
And listen, that's what was said to the table. Ask Boston.
I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what never fucking happened.
You don't have to give a fuck. But when I broke it down to the world, because that hoe was playing with me, she breached the contract. That's why all this shit coming out.
Be mad at her. Leave being out of it, baby.
Okay, we can leave you out of it today.
Thank you. And all that bitch ass, you don't gotta do that to me, because I don't.
Okay, that's fine. And you don't gotta talk about my popcorn stunner. That shit make over $1 million. Don't talk about nobody business. I respect you. You respect me. Keep it moving.
Well, if you want me, I can help you with that, because there ain't nowhere I'm gonna shop at.
Say it again.
Yeah, I can help you with that business. I'm talking about moving it somewhere that don't got.
I don't need to be moved. I see that. I'm not disrespecting.
That got invested.
It's been there for 8 years, no eviction.
It come with a business. I'm worried about your health.
8 years, but you got a business.
I'm worried about your health.
Do you know about do you own a business?
Yes.
Again, like I said, some of that shit is just you got to follow some of these small blogs. I'm not going to hold y'all up too much longer. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe each and every Tuesday right back here on all podcast app. If you're watching this on YouTube, every Sunday night live on YouTube around like 9:30, you can tap in. So again, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Tell another friend to tell another friend, and I'll holler at y'all next week.